The upcoming new moon in Cancer will happen on July 5th around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's happening at 14 degrees, so there is going to be a really strong focus on love, creativity. The bigger picture here is it's going to be very emotionally moving. It's all about home. It's all about family. It's all about relationships and feelings, even intuition. Some of y'all could have really big bursts of intuition activated around this time. It's a strong new moon. It's an action-packed new moon. The moon rules Cancer. And as we know, the moon is emotions and intuition and feeling. So very feminine energy here. And what really amplifies this feminine energy is that Venus is here. Venus is in Cancer. Venus is about 8 degrees away. Okay, so be very social. It's happening on Friday. Okay, so it's happening over the weekend. Spend some time being social with friends, family, whatnot. But also there could be some births around this time. All right, there could be a lot of y'all could be having kids. Remember, this is all about home and family. Okay, so a lot of y'all could be having kids. Congratulations, or even thinking about having kids. Relationships will also be very highlighted around this time. Remember, the North Node is in Aries, South Node is in Libra, okay? So a lot of y'all could be asking yourselves, how do I show up in a relationship while staying true to my authentic self? That is the most important part, okay? Because we're going to talk about, there's a lot happening here. So with love being such a big part of this new moon, a lot of y'all will be thinking about, what pulls at my heartstrings? Home is where the heart is. What makes my heart sing? I did a live stream recently where I said that this is kind of like the feeling of having like a baby on your chest while you're lying down. Heart against heart, okay? Or even your dog or whatever animal, whatever person. Just feeling that love, okay? Really physically feeling it. Emotionally as well. Of course, it's love. Now, new moons, you want to set intentions. New things are going to happen for you. Of course, every sign is going to feel it in a different way, but in general, with new moons, new beginnings. These are new cycles that are happening. With this new moon in particular, when you're planting seeds, you're doing it with love, okay? That's the secret ingredients. That's the fertilizer here. So ask yourself, what new chapter in your life do you want to grow and blossom until the end of the year, until January 2025, when we have the corresponding full moon in Cancer? By the way, that's going to happen January 13th, 2025. That's going to be amazing. That's going to be harmonious with Neptune and Uranus. The sun's going to be in Capricorn. We're in Capricorn season. The sun's going to be trining Uranus. A lot of breakthroughs and surprises, and Mars will be in Cancer at that point. Mars will actually be retrograde, and we will obviously talk about this in January 2025. So this new moon in Cancer, by the way, Cancer is the Chariot card in Tarot card 7. Now, in numerology, 7 is introspection, it's intuition, it's even creativity. 7 is a significant number. There's 7 days of the week, 7 chakras, 7 hermetic principles. But also you have to remember that it's the Chariot. It's all about ambition and willpower. And that is what Cancer is. Cancer is a cardinal sign. So there is this sense of you taking action, taking charge. And remember, we're already in Cancer season. We hit the equinox, all right? So that is a big change. So you're probably already feeling a lot of this charged up energy, going after the things that you want and you deserve. Now, let's talk about Saturn. Saturn is on his best behavior. Saturn is harmonizing here. Saturn is very supportive of this new moon. Remember, Saturn is commitment. Saturn is long-term goals. So Saturn is really carrying the energy of this new moon for you. Whatever intentions you are setting, think about having a long shelf life for it. Something long lasting, something enduring, and having the discipline to carry it through, because Saturn loves discipline. Uranus is also very active in harmonizing with Pluto, by the way. So there could be big changes here. There could be big breakthroughs for y'all. And then as you can see, Mars is also sextiling Saturn. Wow, these are the two malefic planets that are harmonizing. They are agreeing to agree. They are supporting you. They are opening doors for you. They are making things easier for you here. And I talk more about this in your July forecast, but just know you are being supported. Mars, by the way, really, really great with the Sun and Venus as well around this time. Mars is action. Take action. This is all about that charge I'm talking about, planting those seeds with love. One last thing that may really have an impact on you now is that Saturn and Neptune are officially retrograde. Really interesting timing because this new moon in Cancer is flanked by 2 Saturn-ruled full moons in Capricorn, which I did a separate video on. I'll leave it at the end of this or wherever. And Neptune being retrograde at 29 degrees. I've talked about this in previous videos. So basically, with these 2 planets retrograde, this is really just asking you to stay grounded with the reality that you are creating for yourself, but also having some reality checks if you feel that you need to, okay? Really trusting your intuition. That's what Neptune is here. Remember, this new moon is all about the feels. It's all about feeling, going with your gut feeling about everything that you want. Because as I mentioned in your last videos, Neptune can bring that illusion, delusion, confusion, most of all, escapism. Ask yourself, are you scrolling through TikTok all day when you promised yourself you were going to write that book? Are you watching St. Elmo's Fire for the 50th time when you promised yourself that you were going to go find your soulmate? So remember, trust your intuition. Have 2 feet on the ground and be your authentic self. Be in it to win it. Saturn, remember that long-term energy here. Saturn being so supportive. You have no idea what you can manifest around this time. Well, maybe you do, but you get what I'm saying. Venus and Neptune are actually harmonizing at this time, so you could feel this heightened compassion and love energy and imagination as well, all right? Artist, oh, if you're an artist, this is a great new moon for you. This is an absolutely great new moon for you. A lot of spiritual energy around this new moon as well. Spirituality, really, really nice. The biggest takeaway, stay grounded, have those reality checks if you need them, okay? But also stay disciplined. Remember, Saturn wants that, but ooh, feel that love energy, okay? Feel that love energy. It's going to be really, really strong, launching new things as well, all right, with this new moon. This new moon is asking you to follow your heart's purpose, your soul's purpose. Saturn retrograde, asking you to review where you are in your life right now through a karmic lens. And also Neptune retrograde, asking you to surrender those things that no longer serve you well. Things that could just be fantasy based as well, but you know, you don't want to bring baggage into this new cycle. Ask yourself, do I really want to drag 5, 6 suitcases on my new journey? No, we've got to, and then you'll be good. Lastly, Mercury will be opposite Pluto, but it's actually going to be harmonizing with Jupiter. So this is going to be very interesting. Use this aspect for positive change, okay? Use this aspect for positive change. Pluto is death and rebirth. Remember, some of y'all may have some big changes around this time, even the way that you think. Remember, Jupiter is in Gemini up here, okay? A lot of mental stimulation, a lot of curiosity as well, but Jupiter expands. You could be expanding your mind around this time with the new things that you are bringing into your world, into your life with this new moon in Cancer. Some of y'all could receive good news around this time as well, but remember, with this Mercury-Pluto opposition, have some compromise, all right? Have some compromise if you feel things are too charged up, all right? That's what Venus wants, all right? Venus is diplomacy. I actually talk more about Mercury opposite Pluto in your monthly forecast, and we'll talk about it. Just remember, the heart of this new moon is the heart. It's love, okay? It's feelings, it's emotions, and it's also intuition, but it is the feels. But there is something really, really special about this new moon that you can set up for a long time now, okay? You can set up for a long time now with Saturn being very supportive, all right? So we'll break it down for every sign, all 12 signs. As you know, like I said earlier, every sign's going to feel this Cancer new moon very, very differently, okay? Very differently. I recommend reading for your rising first, your rising sign, your ascendant, and then your sun sign, and then your moon sign, all right? That would be completing the full picture here. With that said, let's get started. Let's see what every sign can expect for this new moon in Cancer happening on July 5th. Okay, Aries, so this new moon in Cancer is going to be in your 4th house, home, family, relationships, a lot of home energy. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of y'all are thinking about really enriching your home, maybe building a family, maybe moving in with partners, maybe buying home, real estate, doing something with your home, beautifying it. Remember, Venus is also in Cancer at this time as well. So there's a lot happening in terms of your domestic sector around this time, this new moon. And remember to set intentions, especially if you want some new things around this time. time. I wouldn't be surprised if y'all are moving. All right, a lot of y'all may be thinking about moving, but it could be a process. Remember, you could feel the energy of this new moon in Cancer for quite some time now. This week is just going to be, there's so much happening just this week alone, with even aspects a few days before the new moon in Cancer that are going to have a little bit of an influence, you know, depending on your birth chart, a lot of influence, but we do have Mercury trining Neptune. We have Mercury moving into Leo. That's going to be really fun for y'all, by the way. I talk more about that in your monthly forecast. And then Venus trining Saturn. Venus in Cancer trining Saturn in Pisces. So a lot of y'all are really going to go deep on with this new moon, especially with your domestic sector. Don't forget, Saturn is very active this week, even though, you know, Saturn has just gone retrograde. Sometimes people feel the retrogrades a lot more than the other people, but it really is Saturn and Neptune going retrograde at the same time. So anyway, Venus trining Saturn is also like relationships. Okay, there could be some commitment activity around this time with y'all. So let's see what's going on for you, Aries, for this new moon. There's a lot happening that I'm going to break it down. I'm going to do a short 4-card spread. I'm going to tell you what each represent, because I'm going to talk about a lot more of these aspects. It's just, I'm looking at what's happening, like, Aries, I could do a 4-hour video on just this week alone. But anyway, let's see what's going on for you, Aries, for the new moon in Cancer happening on July 5th around 7 p.m. All right, Aries, Aries rising, Aries sun, Aries moon. Okay. All right. So, Aries, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying, what day is it? A month? I know, it's so funny. I have to do your readings in advance. So my brain's been in July, where I'm looking, it's like, oh, it's still June. It's still June. All right. So, Aries, yeah, look at what's happening here. Look at what's happening here. All right. So, the first card is, you got the 5 of Wands. All right. Now, I'm actually not surprised. And the reason why is because this card is attributed to the general feel of the week of the new moon in Cancer. All right. Remember, there's a lot of aspects happening this week. Okay. And one of those aspects is Mercury opposite Pluto, which has this 5 of Wands energy. Now, here's the thing. All the aspects I already mentioned, Mercury moving into Leo. This is a Leo card, by the way. Mercury moving into Leo this week is also going to have a big influence on you. That's actually really, really, again, I talk more about this in your monthly forecast, but that's your 5th house. That's fun. That's creativity. Okay. That is family. That is children. That's pleasure. That's joy. You see the kids here swinging their wands in the air. And so Mercury opposite Pluto, there could be, Mercury has moved into Leo at this point. Pluto's in Aquarius. Two fixed signs. So you could find people being a little bit, opinionated, some egos at play with Mercury opposite Pluto. This is a card where they're not seeing eye to eye. Someone's got to step up and say, y'all, we got to get along. We got to see eye to eye. You could really feel this Mercury opposite Pluto, because even though it's happening, what day is it? That on 2 days before, on July 3rd, you're still going to feel it. This is a big opposition. So you could feel it on the day of the new moon. But this is a very interesting aspect for y'all, because, and it could have to do with friends or family, by the way. Remember, Pluto in Aquarius in your 11th house, or social network groups you belong to. Leo, having moved into your 5th house. Even recreation, okay, there could be some competition, friendly competition, all right, or maybe Kristen Wiig playing tennis with that other girl in Bridesmaids, that kind of energy, all right, and you're an Aries, so here's the thing, you may feel a little bit of a squeeze, especially if you're in a conversation and nobody's budging, okay, people can be a little bit, opinionated with Mercury opposite Pluto, that yes, you will likely feel over this week, all right, people could also be a little smart alecky, okay, but think about Pluto, the underworld, right? There could be things coming to the surface. So could be even secrets coming up. There could be you telling secrets, even you delving, all right? You delving, someone else delving, they're very Pink Panther energy, but just keep that in mind. Even you processing things could be a thing, things that have to do what things that it's almost like there could be something that you want a lot of pleasure in, but there's something in the way. Okay. And again, it can be a group of people, like group you belong to. It's just a lot of not seeing eye to eye. But again, the whole point of this card is to let's get along. Okay. Remember what I said. This card is associated with competition, can be friendly competition, but at the end of the day, trace the word back to its etymological root, competere, to come together. All right. So what comes after the 5 of Wands? The 6 of Wands, being recognized, achievements, honors. So if you find yourself in that situation, rise above, Aries, rise above. The other thing is, it really could have to do something with relationships as well. There could be just like not seeing eye to eye around this time. Speak your mind, but do it like diplomatically, because Mercury is also the mind, as you know. But anyway, it is fiery. Mercury moving into Leo. That's your BFF, fellow fire sign there. It's fiery. You're going to be ignited. You're going to feel that. So just keep that in mind. 5 of Wands, by the way, sure, it's a challenge card, but it's the least challenging of the challenge cards. It's not even worth your time, kind of energy, but you still have to work with that energy to become a better version of yourself, to, work with those challenges and say, okay, we had that breakthrough. All right. I'll even clarify that one for you. There you go. One thing that I was going to remind you of is the fact that we're in between, like I said in the intro, 2 full moons in Capricorn, right? So you're also going through a lot of work stuff too. You're going through some home stuff and work stuff, but with this week, okay? Remember, this is the general feel of this week. Those Capricorn full moons, Capricorn rules your 10th house of career, public recognition, honors, achievement, fame. So there could be some work things that are happening for you, but and this is a lot of cooks in the kitchen. This is a lot of, colleagues that are not seeing eye to eye. It could even be, remember, Mercury opposite Pluto. It could be like a lot, a bunch of your colleagues gathering at the water cooler and they don't bring you in. So that kind of energy, and you're just like, let me get my wand. Stay cool, stay frosty. You got the Queen of Pentacles waiting for you on the other side. Once you rise above from this, once you get everyone seeing eye to eye, getting together, there you go. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, very maternal side to her, which I really love. She is the richest queen. So money matters. Could be a big thing. And remember, Venus is money too. And Venus is trining Saturn. All right. So there is some great stuff waiting for you on the other side. There just may be a little bit of a big bugabooga that you got to work with. And then you're fine. Queen of Pentacles also has that like optimism, that fertility, that growth with it as well. Okay, so this is really great. Now, you also have the 9 of Wands. So the second card here, I'm not wearing my glasses. The second card here is what you can expect, what you might be working on or focusing on for the actual new moon in Cancer. Okay. Now you just got the 9 of Wands here. All right. So there is something, it feels like that the 5 of Wands energy could, again, work with those energies so you don't have to carry it with you in this new cycle with this new moon. This is, it looks a little, he seems a little beat up. He's got gauze over his head. He's got one eye open. He's like, where are they? I always say this card is like that, like 5th grade math class, right? When your math teacher had the poster of the cat hanging from the tree. This is that poster. Don't give up. Hang in there. This is resilience, okay? This is all about resilience, perseverance. So really, really hang in there because you're at 9, all right? You're at 9. This is all about that fulfillment. Like you've worked hard to get to this point at where you are in your life. Remember, Wands are your passions, your ambitions, creativity, but also work related. So this new moon, you could find yourself saying, I've worked hard to get to this point. What I'm manifesting around this time, nobody's going to take it away from me. Okay. No one's going to take it away from me. All right. So I'll even clarify that one for you. And you hang in there. You got more than good things coming. You got the Ace of Wands. So of course, with the Ace of Wands, Ace ushering a new change, new beginnings, new cycles. This is a big old opportunity. That wand, remember, don't use it to bash a water cooler. Hold it like a king or whatever it is, but a queen. There you go. You see the leaves sprouting from that wand. Okay. Remember what I said in the intro, planting those seeds, plant them with love. Plant them with love. All right. It seems like there is going to be something. Looking at what's happening here, there could be something. There really truly could be like not seeing eye to eye with someone. It could be a partner. It could be a colleague. It could be your boss. But there is going to be this squeeze. You hang in there. You're good. Look at what's coming through for the new moon. All right. So the biggest wand in the deck. All right. So these are the huge opportunities coming through. Now the Knight of Swords. This is really great. The third card is what you should be leaving behind. All right. Now, this is important because Saturn and Neptune have gone retrograde. Saturn and Neptune have gone retrograde together. Really big deal. Really big deal. All right. Remember, they're asking you right now during the new moon. Okay. During the new moon and Cancer process, they're asking you to learn from, things that you've been experiencing this year. Learn from them so you can apply it to your life moving forward into this next cycle, especially through a karmic lens, because Saturn is karma. All right. And Saturn is testing. So it's everybody. Saturn's testing everyone. Remember, I talk about it more in, I think it was your last weekly reading, with Saturn going retrograde. But Saturn it's like, hey, Aries, I'm about to go to sleep. See ya. But I am coming back. I'm coming back and I want to know what you've learned. I want to see a report from you. All right. So this is your karmic lessons. All right. And then with Neptune going retrograde, really trust your intuition. That's going to make a really big difference. Okay. Being in touch with your authentic self, but also remember, those reality checks, having those reality checks. Now, the things that you have to let go, Knight of Swords can be very impulsive. Okay. Very impulsive, really charged up, really fiery, just kind of like thinking and acting without processing, that kind of energy. So if you feel that kind of energy, which again, with this type of week, it's a strong week. There's a lot of aspects that are happening at the time of the new moon, but let that part go. The really, truly crazy, like you're not crazy, but that crazy, like, I can't sit still. got to do this, this is really fiery. Look at even the fire coming under the feet. Okay, Aries. Also, I'm just going to bring this up for y'all. Knight of Swords, by the way, is Gemini. And so remember, Jupiter and Gemini, your ruling planet is about to move into Gemini. So you're about to get a little bit. So remember that. So, process things, think things through. The thing I was going to point out is that the Knight of Swords, you see, the heart is actually on the horse here, okay? And so the heart, remember, this new moon in Cancer is all about the heart, as I mentioned, right? So it's almost like the vehicle that's, kind of like driving you, and it's just really, really nice. But if there's something that you have to let go is, again, acting upon things without thinking things through, okay? Now, lastly, Judgment. So this card is amazing. It corresponds to what you can expect, okay, through the new moon process up until the full moon in Cancer, the corresponding full moon in Cancer that we're going to have. What day is that? January 13th, 2025. I know that seems a long ways away. Trust me, it's going to get here a lot sooner than you think. Around that time, Mars, your ruling planet, really great, harmonious with Neptune and Uranus around that time. So keep that in mind. That's going to be a thing. Mars will be retrograde, though. We are going to talk about that as well. But hey, this is you having this spiritual journey, having this amazing. Listen, you get the Knight of Swords here, and then you have Judgment. All right. So look at what I'm saying here. It's like, pull back a little bit to go within, to your intuition, if you have a restless mind, go within, have more of your connection with all of it, mind, body, spirit. Okay. Judgment. This is having a huge spiritual awakening. Now, remember what I said, Saturn and Neptune, they're both coming back. All right. Saturn in November, Neptune in December, they're both coming back. They want to see your report. They want to see the huge spiritual awakening that you've had, the aha moment, the moment where you're just, I know who I am. I've had my wake up call. I know all of this. Here's your report. Here, it's 5,000 pages. Okay. And I wrote it. It wasn't Chat GPT. I wrote it. Okay. So this is your karmic, right? Your karmic journey, right? So this is really great. You can experience this huge spiritual awakening. Now, the reason why this is so like I can't believe this came up, is because two things here. Okay, one, this card, remember, very spiritual card. You see the blowing of the trumpet. That sound is healing, it's vibrations, raising your frequency. Very spiritual card. The dead are arising. They're seeking this meaningful life experience now. They've heard the blow of the trumpet. Both Saturn and Neptune are retrograde in Pisces. Whether they're retrograde or not, they're in Pisces in your 12th house of intuition, of spirituality, of healing, of the subconscious, unrooting things, surrendering a lot of things as well. All right. So really, really great. And the second thing, this card is attributed to Pluto. All right. Remember, that is your 11th house of your hopes and wishes and dreams. So you can have this personal spiritual revolution moving toward that, where you see it a lot more clearly. You see your role in it. But yeah, you have a lot to look forward to. Of course, there's going to be a little bit of a squeeze because that is the type of week that it is. The new moon itself is so beautiful. All right. So don't let anything get in the way of this new moon and you setting intentions. Aries, y'all are amazing. I'm very excited for you. All right. Thanks so much, Aries. All right, Taurus, y'all, this is going to be a big week for y'all. Okay. This is going to be a big week because this new moon in Cancer is so strong. And then remember, your ruling planet is in Cancer. So you could have a lot of like, oh, that home is where the heart is. Energy could be really strong. You could be very communicative. Venus in Cancer, this new moon in Cancer, it rules your third house of communication. Okay. Learning new things as well. There's this curiosity that you have, a lot of new things that could emerge from this. Also, third house rules siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors. So really, really, when I say home and family energy, there could be a lot of open communication here. A lot of open communication here. A lot of travel too. Short distance travel. You could be traveling around this time with a new moon in Cancer, or even throughout this week. Now, the other thing is, remember, Mercury is moving into Leo. That's a fun energy. That's a fun energy there. Leo does rule your fourth house. Okay, so that's the domestic sector. So you see the overlap here. There's a lot of home, family, relationship, all of that energy. Okay. Maybe even real estate for some of y'all, but there is going to be definitely some really, really big moments this week, this new moon in Cancer. I wouldn't be surprised if you hear some news, if news comes through you, if you present some news for other people, or if you have important conversations. Okay. Maybe even signing contracts, or what is that thing? Mortgage, or signing a house, things like that. I wouldn't know anything about that, but I really, really, really love this. Now, there is a sense of whatever's happening around this new moon is gonna be strongly connected to what you really want for yourself in the long term, with your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. There's a lot of 11th house energy with, remember, Saturn is in your 11th house. You've got Venus trining Saturn. That's really deep. Okay. Venus in Cancer, Saturn in Pisces, two water signs, very emotionally moving. All right. As I mentioned in your monthly forecast, but you could also have a lot of moments with friends and groups you belong to. So really, really big week, and also really, really big new moon in Cancer. So let's see what's going on for you, Taurus. Let's see what you can expect for the new moon in Cancer for Taurus, Taurus rising, Taurus moon. If you want to read for any other placements in your chart, you are absolutely welcome to. So Taurus, let's do it. Let's see what's going on for you for this new moon in Cancer on July 5th. Okay, Taurus. So I'm going to do a quick 4-card spread. I'm going to tell you what each represent. We're going to break it down. Okay, we're going to break. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, well, you're... okay. Yeah, I wouldn't even say good. You're good, but you're great. You're great. You're legendary. You're amazing. Look at this. Look at this. Look at all this blue sky. I love. Okay, so page of wands. All right. So this card is attributed to what you can expect for the week. Okay. Remember what I said. There's a lot happening the week of the new moon in Cancer. We've got Mercury trining Neptune. Mercury is actually very active. Okay. We have Mercury trining Neptune. We have Mercury moving into Leo, as I explained. We also have, like I said, Venus trining Saturn. There's a lot happening, okay? You just got the Page of Wands. So when I say what you can expect this week, yeah, you can expect something new, all right? Something fresh. So it's almost like, remember I said, this new moon in Cancer and all this energy in Cancer is stimulating mentally for you, all right? And there's a sense of you seeking this new adventure, seeking this new passion, really discovering a passion and moving toward it, okay? So pages are the newbies in the royal court. And yes, they're very, very young, but they're still in the royal court, okay? They hold a lot of power. A lot of y'all are going to be traveling. As I mentioned, there is that sense of travel, but this is going to be a big energy that's coming through is almost like some of y'all are going through some true death and rebirth. Okay. True like transformation. There is a sense you're up. Energy is like you're on the brink of it. You're on the brink of something coming out. All right. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is that Mercury will be opposite Pluto. Keep that in mind. So Mercury opposite Pluto is going to, overlap the new moon in Cancer, and Mercury opposite Pluto. Remember, Mercury's in Leo at this point. Pluto's in Aquarius. You would know about this, and you may really feel this energy because you are also a fixed sign. Those are two fixed signs, right? So there's a little bit of squeeze around this time. Now, Mercury all about communication. And remember, you've got Mercury moving into Leo. And so a lot of home stuff that could be happening for a lot of y'all. Okay. Especially if you're a Taurus rising or things that have to do with home, like significant other, things like that, family, children, parents, whatnot. Just remember, with this kind of aspect, Mercury opposite Pluto, have room to have some wiggle room. All right. Have some wiggle room. If it's almost like with this fixed energy and it's an opposition. So there could be like a conversation where no one's budging. Okay. No one's budging. Everyone's putting their foot down. Everyone's putting their foot down. Your mind could even be a little a little overactive. There could be some people that you're corresponding with where they're a little smart alecky. Okay. A little smart alecky. It could be even like, and remember, Pluto is in Aquarius in your 10th house Aquarius. So a lot of this could also be career for a lot of y'all as well. Just keep that in mind. All right. That in terms of maybe there's, hey, listen, if you walk into the, break room and everyone's huddled around the water cooler and they look over at you, hey, you got to be cool, right? Taurus, you're going to be cool because it is going to be like one of those, it can be one of those days. The other thing is like Pluto, as I mentioned in your monthly forecast, Pluto is the underworld, right? So a lot of secrets could be coming up around this time. You could be hearing a lot of things. You could even be like diggy, right? Pink Panther-y, like really, really digging for things, Inspector Gadget type, wanting things to come to the surface, but they just naturally might with Mercury opposite Pluto. So just keep that in mind. It is a time where people also may just be really opinionated, but it can be work. It can be family. Just work with those energies, grin and bear it because look at what's happening. All right. Wow. So the second card is attributed to what you can expect. The new moon in Cancer. All right. With a new moon in Cancer. Hello. You just got the Two of Cups. You just got the Two of Cups. Relationships, partnerships, which is a big focus that I mentioned in the intro, what this new moon in Cancer is. So nothing seems like, look at what's happening here. It's just like, you're going to be fine. Nothing's getting your way. You got you know what you want. You got this elevation. You have this ascension happening. Okay. Partnerships, love, it can be even platonic as well. It could even be with a colleague. Remember with, Pluto very active, but, and even like, as I mentioned, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, even neighbors. All right. Now, what's really crazy here, what I love about this is that this card is actually attributed to Venus in Cancer. And so Venus will be in Cancer during the new moon in Cancer. Absolutely love this with the sun in Cancer. So we call this the true love card in layman's terms, the soulmate card, twin flame card. I feel like you're always getting this card. This is really great. I absolutely love this. Remember that Mercury has moved into Leo at this point. A lot of other planets to follow suit in Leo. I bring this up because you do see the winged lion above here. There's that fiery passion. All right. So this is absolutely amazing, okay? And it's, well, however it resonates with you, okay? This can be, like I said, it can be platonic love, but there is a sense of like two souls, inhabiting one body. There's a lot of healing in this card as well. Now, Taurus, you also have the Knight of Wands. Wow. All right. So the third card is it's attributed to what you should let go, what you should surrender. So this is very interesting because the Knight of Wands is very active. It's very fiery. He's on a mission. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because Neptune is going retrograde, okay? Just a few days before, just at 29 degrees, 29 critical degree. Okay, so with Saturn, which has gone retrograde, and they're both in Pisces. All right, they're both in Pisces, so you're going to be reassessing a lot. You're going to be rethinking a lot in terms of friendships, groups you belong to, even your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, maybe making some adjustments there. That's what Saturn and Neptune want you to do. All right, remember I said in your monthly forecast, maybe I didn't, maybe I did, either way, they're going to take a really big nap. They're about to hibernate. They're about to go retrograde. Okay. So they have at this point. And so they're looking at you, Taurus, and they're saying, Taurus, see ya. Bye. We're going to take our beauty nap, but we're coming back. Okay. Saturn in November, Neptune in December, and they're going to say, we're coming back. We want to see what you've learned. What are the life lessons that you've learned? The karmic lessons, remember, it is Saturn that we're talking about here. So a lot of karmic energy. So what you have to surrender, what you have to let go, what you don't want to bring into this next chapter or make those adjustments. Neptune is reality checks, okay? Neptune is really trusting your intuition to be your authentic self, be in touch with your higher mind. That's the big picture here, but you got the Knight of Wands. So this is really great because there is this like fieriness to the Knight of Wands. There's this passion here that is just like you got the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands here. Okay. So the thing that you have to let go, the things that you may want to surrender is if there is something where you are really, this guy's on a quest. He's on a mission. Okay. So he's already in that mind frame of, okay, you can't catch me. You can't catch me. All right. So the big picture here is making sure that someone's there with you on your journey. Okay. Coming after the Two of Cups here. It could be someone that, relationship based, career also still could be a big thing, but this is part of your inner transformation. It is. Knight of Wands is Sagittarius, by the way, which rules your 8th house of death and rebirth, transformation. But there's always, it's relationships as well. It's an 8th house, so like intimacy. So if you have any sort of hangups with anything like intimacy, there's that intensity with the 8th house, right? And even money matters. Keep that in mind. Even also, that's the other thing is like if you are going too fast, remember to bring everything together because this is fiery energy. So if there is anything that you've got to have the full picture there, okay? Especially with your transformation that you're about to go through for the next two. Everyone's going through this, by the way. Everyone's going through this, but I love that you got the Knight of Wands, okay? Because it's that spirited energy. It's really great. Just remember that to bring everything that you need with you, okay? All the essentials. I'm getting the energy of another person. You got the Two of Cards, so it does seem like there is someone that you do want to bring on this journey with you as well. And then don't forget that Saturn and Neptune are in Pisces, your 11th house, where it's, a social, very, very social house. All right. So that's, but it's not even like a bad thing for y'all. Okay. That's what I'm saying is just be mindful. Like, did you ever see Little Miss Sunshine? Is that the name of the movie where they left the girl behind and then they went back real quick to get her? That's kind of like that kind of energy. Like, but it seems like you're going to be fine. Now, you also got the King of Pentacles. Hello, you're good. You're absolutely good. This card is attributed to what you could expect throughout the process of this new moon, okay, up until the full moon, the corresponding full moon in Cancer, January 13th, 2025. Now, I know that seems like light years away. It's going to be here tomorrow. It's going to be here tomorrow. The way that this year has been, I can't believe it's already halfway through the year. I can't believe it's halfway through the year. So King of Pentacles, the richest king, okay? He holds the golden scepter, creates all this abundance, like everything he touches turns to golden, as you know. And if you do not know, that's what I'm here for. King of Pentacles is Taurus, all right? So this is you being this big protector, big provider, being in a place where you have the resources to do so. He's very pragmatic. Yeah, I mean, Taurus, right? You even see your symbol here in his throne, all right? The bulls. So a lot of abundance. So expect a lot of abundance. I mean, you're good. You're good. Everything he touches turns to gold. And here's the thing, actually, on that full moon in Cancer that is going to be happening at that time, I think that I mentioned this, Mars is going to be really harmonious with Neptune and Uranus at that time. The sun is going to be trining Uranus. Uranus is still in your sign at that point. And by the way, Uranus is breakthroughs, okay? So really, really, really nice. And remember, even with this new moon, so I absolutely love that. You know, Mars will be retrograde, and we'll talk about that in January. I actually, you know what, I may do a video for y'all a little bit earlier so y'all are prepared, because this is going to be a big one, all right? This is going to be a big Mars retrograde, but either way, you can expect to be where you want to be in 6 months. You're good, Taurus. Y'all are amazing. All right. Thanks so much. All right, Gemini, this is going to be an absolutely huge, bonkers new moon for you. Even the whole week is going to be really big for you, especially if you're here for career. I would not be surprised if you are here for career. Y'all been going through some big career moments. A lot of, very like, Ross, Rachel, will they, won't they? Like, that's how you are with your career, your profession for the past year or so, but especially with Saturn moving into Pisces in your 10th house of career. Neptune's been there for a while now, but the reason why is because you've got that part of your chart activated, but then you also got this new moon in Cancer and your second house of salary and income and finances. So a lot of y'all could be getting new jobs, getting new careers, shifting careers, starting your own business, maybe doing a side hustle, maybe, setting up a second income stream. There's so much happening there. There could also be this really big confidence boost, because the second house, if you're not here for money, by the way, the second house is self-worth, it's self-value. It's the value that you bring to things. It builds that confidence. So a lot happening for y'all. In fact, this week, it's such a loaded week, okay? This new moon in Cancer with a lot of aspects that are spilling over it as well. Okay, you've got Venus trining Saturn, by the way. That's huge. Okay, remember, Venus is in Cancer, your second house of income, money, trining Saturn, very auspicious aspect, Saturn in your 10th house of career and profession. And if you're not here for career, by the way, 10th house is it's where you're exerting all your energy that you want to be known for. All right, so a lot of passion energy, a lot of commitment energy with Venus trining Saturn, relationship energy. It could be a very communicative week for you, especially with Mercury moving into Leo. Mercury moving into your third house. You are the ruler of the third house. Communication. Okay, so you could have a lot of movement, a lot of activity with conversations, important conversations, signing documents, docu-signing, all of that kind of stuff, especially with Mercury trining Neptune too. And remember, Mercury is your ruling planet, all right? So Mercury is absolutely very active here. If you're a creative type, you're Geminis, you all are, okay? Mercury trining Neptune is really special. It's really nice. That's happening, a few days before the new moon in Cancer. But wow, big new moon for you. So Gemini, let's see what's going on for you for this new moon in Cancer that's happening July 5th. This is for Gemini rising. Okay, Gemini rising, this is definitely going to be, Gemini risings are going to feel this a lot more than Geminis, but every Gemini is going to feel it. And Gemini moon, of course, as well. So let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you. All right, Gemini, for this new moon in Cancer, July 5th, 2024. Okay. I don't know why I said the year. Do y'all remember the year? Do you know what year? Who does that? All right. So, Gemini, I hope y'all are doing well. Y'all just came out of your Gemini season. Oh yeah. Geminis. Geminis, I love this for you. Some of y'all are going to be starting new jobs. Some of y'all are going to start, there's something new happening. Pay attention to contracts. I feel like a lot of y'all, actually, we did have, didn't we? Yeah, we had Mercury trine Saturn recently. Some of y'all could be signing them. But there is so much new. I love this for you. Okay, so first card, Three of Wands. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, Three of Wands is associated, this card is attributed to the general feel of the week that the new moon in Cancer is happening. Like I said, there's a lot of aspects that are happening. And I already covered them for you. You got Mercury trining Neptune. You have Mercury moving into Leo. Venus trining Saturn is going to be a big thing, okay? Because remember, in your monthly forecast, I said Saturn's supportive, very supportive throughout this week, to the point where we get to the Sun trining Saturn. So again, a lot of movement there in career, a lot of activity there in career, but just commitments, relationships. If you're here for that as well, Venus, trining Saturn, Venus is love, Venus is relationships. This new moon in Cancer is all about that as well. All right, so that could be something where you're solidifying something with someone in that capacity as well. But also remember, Venus in Cancer, Venus is also money. All right, the fact that it's in Cancer in your second house of money, definitely some money matters could be something that happens for you. And it could be something that you've really longed for, you really wished for, something that was really on your mind. It could even be through a group setting, you meeting people. So here's the thing. You got the Three of Wands, all right? And I say that because remember, the North Node is still in Aries, right? In your 11th house of your hopes and wishes and dreams for the entire year, for the rest of the year. Also your social network groups you belong to, organizations you belong to, social media as well. Now, Three of Wands, this is, I call it the green light card. You're ready. You're ready. You're ready to go out there, do your Mercury things, right? Import, export, meet new people, discover new lands. You see, it's all sky here, right? We say the sky is the limit. Three is all about growth, advancement, maturation, development, but it's also the birth of new things. So he's ready. He's ready to leave his village to go see the world, to go see what's out there, to start something new. And in the process, a lot of self-discovery as well. One's your passions, creativity. One's are also your ambitions, work-related, heavily work, enterprise, career, all of that. So, wow, this is going to be a big week for you. Big week for you. Now, you got the Page of Swords. This card is attributed to what you can expect for the actual new moon in Cancer that's happening on July 5th. Hey, you got something new happening. You got something new happening. As indicated with the Page of Swords, there's something new that you're really compelled by, all right? And so I wouldn't be surprised. Remember, swords are the mental suit, the air suit, the, logic, thinking, processing, all of that, communication as well. So yeah, is there a message that could come through during the new moon in Cancer? Because pages are messengers. Absolutely. Is there a contract that could be floating around? Absolutely. Is there something? Your ruling planet is very active. It's very active. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely something where you could, again, start. There's this eagerness for you as well to start something new and to get even in your mind, like your mind is really just stimulated. All right, stimulated, and you're just you have this enthusiasm. You have this really strong enthusiasm, all right, to move forward. The other thing that I forgot to mention is that Mercury will be opposite Pluto during the time that the new moon will happen, and so that is something that a lot of y'all may feel. If you remember, Mercury is in Leo, Pluto is in Aquarius. The big thing for you, Geminis, is that if you are traveling, and a lot of y'all might, all right, Leo in your third house, Pluto in your ninth house, right? So the two travel houses of the zodiac wheel. If some of y'all are traveling around the time of the new moon, Mercury opposite Pluto is just saying, hey, listen, there may be, you may come across like I don't know, like a lifeguard or a concierge. They could be a little uppity. Just be cool, Joe. You're cool. You're cool. You can, y'all are clever. Y'all are sharp-witted. Y'all have the last word. You're going to be fine. But just, with this Mercury opposite Pluto, it just really is like, remember, those are two fixed signs, okay? Mercury in Leo, Pluto in Aquarius. So there is a little bit of that no one's budging, right? Especially if people are very opinionated on this day, which can happen. So that's just, I'm bringing this up in everyone's signs just to, keep an eye out on that. Is Another thing that could happen is like secrets could come out around this time with Mercury opposite Pluto. It could be you telling secrets as well. So also like it could be like a lot of people who are just not trusting their intuition on this day and maybe saying things that they're like in, deep down inside. They're like, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but so just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. But you're going to be fine. You're Geminis. You're Geminis. So, but the fact that Mercury is your ruling planet, yeah, there is a little bit of something that could be, especially with travel. All right. So, just, if there is, again, a flight attendant that's just like, you gotta go back to, I don't know, economy class, a Kristen wig, what, because you're, took those pills and bridesmaids and now you're doing all this. Just be cool. Just be cool. Okay. Now you got Justice. All right. This card is attributed to, and I love this. How poetic is this? This card is attributed to the things that you have to surrender, the things that you have to let go, the things that you have to learn karmically. Remember, with Saturn and Neptune being retrograde. All right. Highly associated with karma here, highly associated with karma. And the fact that this new moon heavily, drenched in love and relationships could be something with relationships as well. It could be colleagues as well, but there is this sense of fairness here. All right. Fairness. So using that sword straight to the sky, true perception here, being honest with yourself, being fair in situations. So the things that you do not need to take with you on this next new cycle that you're about to move into to bring that balance in your life, leaving it all behind. Okay. Be karmically true to yourself. That's what Saturn and Neptune want. All right. Remember, they're both in Pisces. Okay. They're both in Pisces in your 10th house, career, fame, public recognition, as I mentioned earlier. So there could be something there where you're like, okay, this is a job that it's not serving. I don't want to do this anymore. I've realized who I am. I've had my reality checks. That's what Neptune retrograde, 29 degrees, by the way, critical degree, is asking me to. Saturn is asking me to have life lessons, learn lessons as well, especially when it comes to career. Have those lessons because Saturn and Neptune, while they're about to go retrograde, they're about to take a nap, they're coming back at the end of the year. They're going to ask, hey, Gemini, I want to see your report. What have you learned? What have you learned this entire time? Have you been your authentic self? In order to be your authentic self, what did you surrender? Okay. That was causing illusion, delusion, confusion, escapism. I want to see your report. And Gemini, you pull the third house. You got a big old report. Okay. You got a big old report that you did not use Chat GPT. You wrote it all out. You're like banged it out. So you're going to be good. So this is just saying on that karmic level. All right. On that karmic level. All right. And take that action. Remember, justice is actions have consequences. Inaction have consequences to take that action for the things that you've got to surrender. Action cause reactions as well. Now, 9 of Pentacles. This is who are you, Gemini? 9 of Pentacles. This card is attributed to what you can expect with a corresponding full moon in Cancer. That will happen January 13th, 2025. I know it seems like a long time away, but hey, we're halfway through the year. It feels like it was January yesterday. 9 of Pentacles. I absolutely love this. Okay. Now, what's really interesting is that, remember, this new moon Cancer in general, heavily home related, family related, love, relationships and whatnot. Well, 9 of Pentacles is attributed to Virgo. All right. It's attributed to Virgo, Venus in Virgo, as a matter of fact, which is actually happening next month. Venus is moving into Virgo. But anyway, in August. But this is really great. Virgo actually rules your 4th house. All right. Your domestic sector, home, family. And look how abundant her garden is. Look at all that. Look at all that grape. Look at all that harvest. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Look at all the pentacles stacked up next to her. Okay. So you're going to be good. You're going to be good. And the great thing about the 9 of Pentacles is you earning it. You earning this spot. You doing the work. You work. Saturn made you work. Saturn made you work. And you were just like, you know what, Saturn? You can test me all you want. I'm going to get everything that I deserve. Okay. Everything that I deserve. Look at that symbol of Venus all over her gown too. Okay. Remember, Venus is very active, Venus in Cancer. So Venus in Cancer, Venus being love, relationships, money in your second house. All right. So really, really great there, which is, by the way, income, finances, money, but also that self-worth, that fate, and what you value, what your heart desires in a sense too. That brings that sense of, okay, I bring so much value to this relationship. And even if, with the Justice card there, if there is something that you feel like doesn't bring you value, you have that moment, but you're going to be fine. You're good. You're absolutely good. You're good, Gemini. All right. Thanks so much, Gemini. All right, Cancer. Wow. Well, we are here. First of all, happy birthday, Cancer. I hope you're having an amazing birthday season. I know that it is a big, big birthday season for you. There's so much happening. In fact, this week, the week of the new moon in your sign, which is such a great new moon, as I mentioned in the intro, there's so much happening. Okay. You even just days before it, and you're going to feel that overlap with Mercury trining Neptune. We've got Mercury moving into Leo as well. Venus trining Saturn is going to be a big deal for you. That's going to be a big deal. Venus being in your sign trining Saturn, we'll talk about that later, but just Venus trining Saturn in general, just a lot of commitment energy here, a lot of love, long lasting relationship energy. There could be a lot of money stuff for you as well. Looking at what's happening for you. All right. So you've got your second house activated with Leo energy, Pluto energy in your 8th house. So you could have some money moments. All right. But there could also be a moment where Mercury will be opposite Pluto. And so Mercury's in Leo at this point, right? Pluto's in Aquarius. So that's two fixed signs. This is an opposition to, so this is a day, and this is going to happen just a few days before July 3rd, but you're going to feel it. Remember, there's a lot of aspects that are overlapping this new moon in Cancer, but I'm just bringing this up, and I'm bringing this up in every sign. Have compromise around this time if no one's budging, right? It could be in a conversation. It could be something with money. Remember, Leo and Aquarius here, your second house and your 8th house, two money houses of the zodiac wheel. So there could be a conversation here. Your mind could be a little bit in the zone with that. But if you're not here for money, if money matters are not a thing for you at all, second house is also self-worth, it's self-value, it's even like material possessions, even food. If food is a matter for you, that is a second house, it's a part of the second house. And then the 8th house, transformation. That's major transformation. That's also intimacy. All right. Also intimacy also could be something that's, Pluto is the underworld. So there is something here that could be a lot of secrets coming out, a lot of secrets being revealed. There could be something, to be honest, looking at what's happening for y'all, it could be your big moment to have this big transformation. So something could happen around this time with Mercury opposite Pluto that really, really inspires you to transform in this beautiful, positive way. But just know that if people are being very opinionated around this day, smart alecky even, just, step out in nature, have moments in nature. You're going to be fine. Okay. Just let them just, do their thing, let karma work its magic, because it really could have, with Mercury opposite Pluto, it's really, really trusting your intuition at more than you would know, especially if any of these things should happen where you do feel this squeeze. All right. So other than that, it's so much amazing energy. And again, the moon rules you. So a lot of heightened intuition, emotions, energy, intuition that I just mentioned. But what I was going to say is that you are the crab, all right? So with the Mercury opposite Pluto, just remember to have your pinchers in, all right? Have your pinchers in, your claws in, because it is also like sensitive energy too. And that's, another reason why this Mercury opposite Pluto, I'm just letting you know, should anything happen, just remember, Jimmy said, keep the claws in. All right. Jimmy said, keep the claws in. So Cancer, let's see what's going on for you for this absolutely amazing new moon in your sign. And Oh my goodness, so many other great aspects that are happening the week of this new moon and Cancer. That's happening July 5th for you, Cancer, Cancer rising, Cancer moon. All right, so Cancer, let's see what's going on for you. July 5th for the new moon in your sign for Cancer. Ooh, for Cancer. Okay. Cancer. Okay, so I'm doing a quick 4-card spread, but I will tell you what each card is attributed to. And happy birthday again. I hope you're having an amazing birthday. Oh gosh, I hope you're having an amazing summer. Whoa. What just happened? If anyone, okay, I'll say it later. I'll say it later, but you're good. You're absolutely good. You're 1000% amazing. This is just blowing my mind. Okay, so wow. All right. So you have the Page of Swords. All right. You have the Page of Swords. This card is attributed to what you can expect for the week. All right. Because remember, I said there's a lot of different energies happening. You've got Mercury trining Neptune. That's very spiritual energy too. And Mercury is actually very, very active. Remember, Mercury is moving into Leo. Confidence, right? Remember, I said your second house is also self-worth, self-value. That brings out that confidence. So you could be communicating in this confident way. You could be thinking in this really confident way. He's got a lot of confidence, the Page of Swords. Now, the other thing, Mercury is the messenger. Pages are the messenger. So there is likely some messages coming through. You could be thinking about contracts, new contracts, agreements. There's just this stimulation. There could be something that you're really, really compelled by. There is this like spongy aspect to the Page of Swords. He really wants to learn. He wants to learn new things. Remember, that is already happening with all these Mercury aspects. So I absolutely love this for you. Even the week of the new moon in your sign. Remember, I said Venus is also trining Saturn, which I really love. But there is, again, with the Page of Swords here, something new brewing now. All right, something new brewing, and you being compelled, and again, a lot of stimulation toward new things. All right, seeing things in a new way as well. Now, hello, Justice. All right, this card is attributed to what you can expect for the new moon in your sign. There you go. There you go. This is really crazy. Justice. So justice is actually attributed to Libra, by the way. And so remember, Libra rules, isn't it native ruler of partnerships and relationships? And this new moon in Cancer is heavily, focused on love, relationships, partnerships. So there is this karmic energy. Remember, justice is karma, right? And so it's also justice being served. It's, you taking actions for what you deserve as well. You taking action, or you can find actions being taken around this time, around the new moon in Cancer, for you to get, catch in all your karma points. Now, a lot of wisdom, okay? A lot of spiritual wisdom here, but something that's just going to make you a lot wiser. Remember, set intentions. This is your new moon. This is your new moon. Make things happen. Bring that level of high level of these, when I say cashing in your karmic points, there are things that are like, this is a new cycle for me. I'm leaving this in the past. Okay. Use that sword. Okay. The sword that it's all about truth here. This is true perception, being honest with yourself. And even really, again, and I'm going to talk about this in a second, making that surrendering those things and cutting those things from your life where you're just like, this isn't serving me well. This is my new moon. I'm going to manifest. I'm going to set intentions, all the things that I know that I deserve, that are fair for me, and you're going to get it, okay? And you're going to get it. Justice works in your favor, okay, Cancer? In your favor. So if you've been experiencing anything where you're like, okay, this isn't fair, well, there you go. There's your karma. So always work with your karma too, all right? This is, justice is always, I'm going to show you something here, Cancer. Every little detail, every tiny detail in tarot is very important. But you see the little white shoe poking out of the judge's robe. You see that? Reminder of the spiritual consequences, all right? The spiritual consequences that for taking that action, right? Actions do have consequences, but inaction have consequences too. Now, hello, And that's why I mean set intentions for what you deserve. Now, you also have the Nine of Pentacles. This card is attributed to what you can leave behind, what you can surrender. So anything that's not making you feel that abundance. And this is almost also saying, this card is all about earning your spot, okay? Working really hard to get here. So it's almost like, looking at what's happening here. Look, from Page of Swords to the Justice card to the Nine of Pentacles, it's pretty much saying, you on your journey earning everything instead of like riding along, or you know what I mean, like not like feeling like okay, well, I deserve this, but then not taking that action, right? So that is what you have to let go. That is what you have to surrender. And surrender is, that's if you feel that way, especially with Saturn and Neptune retrograde in Pisces. Okay. Now I bring that up because Saturn and Neptune's retrograding this week at 29 degrees, critical degree. Remember, I've talked about this in your monthly forecast, your weekly forecast. Neptune is illusion, delusion, confusion, escapism. So that is why you have justice coming up in this new moon. All right. Now Saturn is the taskmaster, is life lessons. It's also karma. Okay. And so through this process, it's asking you, this card again attributed to what to leave behind as you move into this new cycle. All right. So it's knowing that if you're in a place where like, okay, well, it's like, there was this person that I used to work with that got a lot of like credit for work that they didn't do. Does that make sense? Now, I'm not saying that any of y'all don't do work, obviously, but it's like, again, it's like you putting that action in to see the rewards that you're going to reap. All right. I mean, this is a lot of independence here. This is a lot of independence. This is someone who doesn't have to worry or stress about money. Remember, I said money may be a big matter that comes up this week, with the second house and eighth house activated for y'all. You see the pentacles stacked up in her garden, all that abundance. And what I really love about this is Venus. You see the symbol of Venus all over again. There's only 2 cards in all of tarot where you see the symbol of Venus. That's one of them, all right? Remember, Venus is in your sign, all right? So really take advantage of that, all right? This is absolutely amazing. But again, you even see Horus here, right? The falcon, the hooded falcon. I don't know if you're into Egyptology. We're talking about Horus, enlightenment, all right? So there is this spiritual side to this card, especially, again, with this card being attributed to Saturn and Neptune in Pisces in your 9th house of spirituality. All right. Spirituality. It's also your belief system, how you see things. So again, there is something in terms of you surrendering something, maybe a shift in how you're seeing things. Okay. Through this process, remember Saturn and Neptune are going to be retrograde for a few months. All right. So Saturn until November, Neptune until December. But like I said, in your other forecast, they're going to sleep. They're going to retrograde, but they're coming back and they're going to ask you, what have you learned? What are the karmic lessons you learned? What are the life lessons you learned? What are the reality checks you've had? Everyone's going through it, by the way, Cancer. Everyone's going to be feeling this, but with the 9 of Pentacles here, yes, just consider that surrendering those things where there even could be something, again, your perspective on seeing things where it feels like you will feel better about earning your spot. Okay, earning your spot here. Now, lastly, you got strength attributed to what you can expect with the corresponding full moon in your sign. That's happening January 13th, 2025, 6 months from now. And listen, this is a powerful new moon in your sign. There's a lot of abundance. There's a lot of abundance that, remember, new beginnings, this new cycle. And so it's almost like bearing your fruit. And then also like January 13th, where are we here? So the full, Mars is going to be, very harmonious with Neptune, Uranus, all about breakthroughs. Now, Mars will be retrograde. We'll talk about that. Mars is going to be retrograde in your sign. We're going to talk about that in January. I may do a video before, just to give you a heads up, because it is a big retrograde. That's a big one. And actually, by the way, if you've got Mars in Cancer in your chart, let me know. I've got Mars in Cancer. I'm definitely going to be feeling it. But you did get strength. Okay. absolutely amazing. This is someone who is so confident. There's that confident energy throughout here. Confidence, 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 confidence. Really, really nice. Now it's going within, finding that source of strength that makes you confident. Okay, it's that inner courage. It's that bravery. It's all of that. It's there's no mountain high enough. Okay, you even see the symbol infinity over her head. The infinite possibilities when you tap into that source of strength. It's that courage. It's that heart energy. All right. It's your heart. That's what brings that courage. I've talked about this. I feel like I mentioned this a few weeks ago in one of your readings, but that's where think about the word courage. If you take it, break it down to its etymological root, it's Kor. All right. Kor, Kor, which translated to heart. So courage comes from heart. All right. So like corazon, right? It's right there. It's right here. Remember, this new moon in Cancer, it's all about that heart energy, as I mentioned in the intro. But this is absolutely amazing. I love this for you. You're going to have a lot of strength. You're going to feel very confident with everything that you've worked hard for. There's going to be abundance. Remember, 8, strength is 8, by the way. So 2 things here. Strength is attributed to Leo. You see the lion here. So 2 things. 1, 8 is numerology, all about abundance and prosperity. And then Leo, remember that I said Leo rules your 2nd house, all right, of self-worth, self-value, that confidence, okay, as well as money. If you're here for that, I mean, you did get the 9 of Pentacles here. Anyway, Cancer, y'all are amazing. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. All right, Leo, this is going to be a week. This could be actually a really transformative week for you. Looking at what's going on for you, this is definitely one that could be very spiritually moving for you, especially because this new moon in Cancer is in your 12th house. Now, the 12th house is spirituality, it's intuition, it's hidden things, it's things beyond the physical plane, it's dreams. Pay attention to your dreams, okay? During this new moon in Cancer, even around the days of this new moon, you could be getting a lot of intuitive messages from your guides. There's so much happening here. Don't forget, we still have the North Node in Aries, okay? That is your 9th house of spirituality, your belief system, how you see things. So you see the two houses there merging around this time, but you've also got Neptune and Saturn in your 8th house, all right? So there's that death and rebirth, that transformation, that there's that intensity with that could be softened, or it could be even heightened, because some people feel these retrogrades really stronger. Remember, Neptune is actually going retrograde just a few days before this new moon, all right, in Cancer. So this could be a very moving week for you, all right? Especially this new moon in Cancer could be very moving for you, and you could get a lot of spiritual insights. Now, the 12th house is also facing your fears. It's also hidden enemies. It's also self-sabotage energy. So be mindful of that. There is going to be a sense of letting things go, looking at what's happening for you. Remember what I said, there's this big transformation that you could be going through, especially of the mind, with Mercury very active too in your sign. All right. There's a lot happening here. Now, one thing that I do want to point out, Mercury will be trining Neptune this week. We've got Mercury moving into your sign this week, Leo, as well as Venus trining Saturn. That's going to be really special. And there could be some money matters for you around this time. Even intimacy. There could be some moments with intimacy, really sealing the deal with a commitment, partnership, relationships. Remember, this Cancer is all about that love energy, relationships, home, family as well. So really could be something on this love level, but even like money. I wouldn't be surprised if some of y'all get like a financial advisor or investors, or think about investments around this time. Inheritance could be a big thing that's, kind of percolating or whatnot. The other thing is that we do have Mercury opposite Pluto. So this is going to happen a few days before the new moon in Cancer. So with that said, Mercury opposite Pluto is definitely going to have a little bit of an impact around this new moon in Cancer. It's a wonderful new moon in Cancer, but the one thing that I just want to highlight for you, Mercury being in your sign opposite Pluto in Aquarius, your opposite sign. So that's your 7th house of partnerships. All right. So partnerships, relationships, it can be career, it can be love, it can be whatever partnership resonates with you around this time. But just remember, you're a fixed sign. Aquarius is a fixed sign. So there is possibly, if there is a little bit of squeeze, have some compromise, all right? Because there could be a situation where nobody's budging, all right? Because this is a very, like opinionated energy, okay? Very opinionated energy, even smart alecky. There could be some smart alecky people in your life around this time. Even like Pink Panther energy, right? Pluto's secrets, mysteries. There could be secrets being unfolded around this time. You could even be telling secrets around this time. I mean, it is going to be an opposition. It is going to be one where people could be saying things where intuitively they're just like, oh, I shouldn't be saying this, or do you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be one of those kind of aspects. And remember, this is in your sign, Mercury in your sign. So just keep that in mind. I'm just giving you a little bit of a heads up. Remember, if anything comes up where, you listen, if you feel a little like, just remember, Jimmy said to be cool, stay frosty, be cool, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're going to let karma work its magic. If, you feel stuck in a conversation, just start talking about, I don't know, Da Vinci. Anyway, Leo, let's see what's going on for you for the week of, the new moon in Cancer. Yes. The new moon in Cancer that's happening on July 5th around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is for Leo, Leo rising, Leo moon. And if you want to read for any other placements in your chart, you are absolutely welcome to, Leo. So let's see what is going on for you, Leo, for new moon in Cancer. Leo, I'm going to wish you a very early happy birthday. You're going to start feeling your energy as soon as Mercury moves into your sign, which is happening this week. Venus is moving into your sign. We move into your birthday season. You're going to, that Leo energy. I love it. Okay, so let's see. These are those moments where I really want to like just throw something. This is insane. This is huge. This is big. Oh my diddly days. This is really big. Okay, so let's get started. Leo, you're good. You're absolutely good. This is going to be a one-of-a-kind, memorable new moon in Cancer for you. You got the 9 of Cups. Now, this card is attributed to what you can expect for the week of the new moon in Cancer. Remember, I said there's a lot of activity, a lot of aspects that are happening that will overlap with this new moon in Cancer, okay? And I mentioned them earlier, but you're going to be fine. You're going to be satisfied. No one's going to get your goat. No one's going to get your goat. You're going to be absolutely fine. No one's going to get your lion. Sorry about that. No one's going to get your lion. You're going to be fine. You're going to be able to, have your roar. Have your roar, all right? Roar, R-O-A-R. I don't know if roar. This is amazing. Okay, so this is a heart of complete satisfaction. You can see this guy's really happy. He's happy. He's satisfied. He's good. He's good. A lot of enlightenment in this card. Okay, this is a card of which is coming true. We say this is the which come true card. So there could be something that you're hoping for that actually happens now around this. And I want you to really set intentions. Okay. I say it, manifest every day. Don't pick and choose days. This new moon, yeah, you want to set intentions, but when we say that, it's more of a reminder. This is a big, strong energy force. It's that you can attach to, okay? The new moon in Cancer, but just remember, this is going to be big. It seems like there is this, and cups are your emotions, feelings, love. Even remember, there's a lot of emphasis on love, relationships, home, family as well. You see him sitting here like a genie in a bottle when we say which coming true. So you're going to be fine. You're going to be good. Remember, Jupiter is in Gemini in your 11th house of your hopes and wishes and dreams. Okay. And all week long. Now you got the Page of Wands. This card is attributed to the new moon in Cancer, what you can expect, what you should be focusing on. But it seems like something new's happening for you. You got the Page of Wands, all right? So remember I said Mercury's very active, Mercury in your sign as well. There could be some messages you're communicating. You could be telling people, oh, I'm doing this now. I'm excited about this. I'm starting this new journey, starting this new chapter, going on this adventure. Travel could actually be a thing for you, all right? But there is a sense of something transforming within you, all right? The pages have that quality of bringing that new force, okay? Something new, all right? Something that you're really compelled by. You can even see the wands here, by the way. Wands, fire, okay? You're a fire sign, and you see the leaves sprouting from that one. Look at him so intensely gazing at it. Just, ooh, I want these. They're going to bloom. They're going to blossom, okay? This is the page that has the power to turn that desert landscape into this lush, verdant garden of his passion. So I absolutely love this for you. Set intentions, plant them seeds, all right? Now, again, another energy that, did I tell you? So a big energy is this transformation, all right? So there is possibly a big transformation you're going through with this new moon in Cancer. Remember what I said, pay attention to your dreams, even your intuition, even your dreams. You know what I mean? Because you're good, all right? You got the Two of Cups. So anything that you may be self-conscious of, anything that you may feel that you're bringing something that could be preventing you from feeling self-love or love in a relationship or in a partnership, such as that Mercury opposite Pluto energy, should anything arise, leave it, because this card is attributed to what you need to surrender. Okay, so surrender yourself to love, unconditional love, super conscious love. This, we call this card the true love, twin flame, soulmate card. You're good. This card is attributed to, like I said, what you need to surrender. And I say that because Saturn and Neptune will be retrograde. Neptune does go retrograde a few days before the new moon in Cancer. And as you know, Saturn went retrograde a few days before Neptune went retrograde. And they're both in your 8th house of transformation. So what I was saying earlier, you got some big ones, big changes happening in your life. Okay. Remember, the 8th house has that level of like really deep, intense intimacy. Okay. Don't be afraid of that. Okay. Don't be afraid of that. This is also, by the way, like platonic. So if there is, like a really strong friendship, okay, we're talking Romeo and Michelle, right? Beginning of the movie and the end of the movie. But this is definitely a lot of healing energy. You see the caduceus between them. All right. It's a universal medical symbol, but it goes deeper than that. It's an old alchemical symbol that's endured the test of time. I'll even pull it up a little closer. It is that driving life force. If you think about like Kundalini yoga, right? The from the base of your spine through all your chakras to your crown, divine awareness, that beautiful, sweet, blissful, divine awareness. And then you even see you here, the winged lion, bringing that passion. Oh, you are good. Now, what's really great about this is it's this card is actually a Cancer card, and it's attributed to Venus in Cancer, and Venus will be in Cancer at the same time. So there's something really moving here. If you want a relationship, surrender those things that are, blocking you from having that, okay? This is the time. Now, with Saturn and Neptune going retrograde, that is all about surrender in so many ways, all right? In so many ways. Saturn going retrograde, I've talked about. That's just, it's asking you, Saturn's asking you to learn things from the beginning of the year. Okay, from the beginning of the year, what are some things that you've learned from a karmic level? All right, remember, Saturn is karma. Saturn is also tests. All right, so Saturn's going retrograde, Neptune's going retrograde. They're both going to sleep. But they're saying, Leo, we're going to bed. All right, we're going to bed for a few months, but we're coming back, and we want to see your report. We want to know what you have learned on a karmic level. We also want to know if you are your authentic self. What have you surrendered to be your authentic self? Neptune going retrograde is reality checks. Remember, Neptune, illusion, delusion, confusion, escapism, all of that. Whoosh. Be your authentic self. All right. So, and you will come up, you and have that report. All right. Saturn coming back in November. All right. And Neptune coming back in December. Right. So they're going to ask to see your report. Like, what have you learned? What have you learned? So keep that in mind. All right. So this is going to be a process, but a lot of y'all are going to be going through this transformative experience with love. Okay. Or something like platonically. But again, that self love is so strong here. Now, I don't make this up. I don't make this up. You got the world. This card is attributed to what you can expect with the full moon in Cancer that corresponds to this new moon in January 2025, January 13th, 2025. As I said in the intro, it's a grateful moon. It's a grateful moon, all right? Mars is going to be harmonious with Neptune, with Uranus, breakthroughs. I mean, huge, okay? Huge. Now, Saturn's still going to be in Pisces in your 8th house of transformation, death, and rebirth. But anyway, the big deal, the bigger picture here is the world. This is really great. So you're going to have gone through your entire fool's journey, hero's journey, right? You are going to have lessons. You're going to have a huge report for both Saturn and Neptune. And it's your life is going to change with the world. All right. We've come to the end of the major arcana. All right. You see the dancing figure dancing for a reason. You even see you're here. The 4 fixed signs in the corners of the world. Little lion there. All right. Bringing that stability, that core, just, stability. Anyway, this is really great. This is, expect your life to change from this point forward in a really big way, in a really big dramatic way, actually. Now, the other thing is by the time we get to January 2025, yes, you could be on a completely new journey because from here until December, there's so much happening. There is a lot of stuff happening that is going to be transformative. Pluto's going to be pretty active too. Okay. Pluto's going to be really active. Remember, Pluto is your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So may be a big thing for you where you feel really empowered in that area. But in any case, you're good. This new moon is absolutely amazing. I'm very excited for you, Leo. I don't even know what to say. This is absolutely amazing. Okay. Absolutely amazing. You're amazing, Leo. Thanks so much. All right, Virgo. So this week for you, absolutely amazing. Okay. The week of the new moon in Cancer. This new moon in Cancer, by the way, one of the best new moons of 2024. I love this new moon and I especially love it for you. This new moon is in your 11th house, which is your hopes, your wishes, and your dreams. So a lot about your future, a lot of things that you are actually already setting intentions for. This is absolutely, absolutely amazing. 11th house is also friends, groups you belong to, organizations, communities. So it's a new moon. You could be joining some sort of group, like a country club, whatever it is, what a book club. It don't even matter. There could be something that you may be launching too. This is your new moon. Okay, Virgo, this is your new moon in terms of something that gets people together. A lot of socializing here. I really, really love it. Now, the week of the new moon in Cancer, there's a lot happening. All right. We've got Mercury trining Neptune. Now, this is going to be significant if you are here for partnerships and relationships. The reason why is because that same day Venus is going to trine Saturn. All right. So Saturn and Neptune are both in Pisces, your 7th house of partnerships and relationships during the week of the new moon in Cancer. Really, really nice. So this is something where Venus trining Saturn is the big, this is commitments. This is commitments. This is something materializing, manifesting, stabilizing, something that's really, really brewing around this time in terms of commitments and again, partnerships. And it can be like work. It can be career. It could also be love, romance. It's a big one. Okay. Wherever you are putting all that energy into, and then Mercury trining Neptune is brilliant. Like a lot of brilliant ideas. Mercury is your ruling planet. Mercury is very active, right? Mercury is actually going to be moving into Leo. This is going to be interesting too. Mercury in Leo is just fun. Okay. It's a fun. It's self-express. You're going to be very expressive. All right. You're going to be very expressive. Now it's really interesting because it is going to be in your 12th house. So you could be really eager to speak about things that are spiritually moving for you. The 12th house is, the subconscious. It's It's, hidden things, it's intuition. It's a lot of healing in that area too. So there could be a lot of healing words around this time, but like really, really amped up. Really, really nice energy here. Really, really nice energy that I really love. It could be a lot of intuitive moments that you experience once Mercury moves into Leo. And then Venus is eventually going to move into Leo as well. All right. So, but the big thing is Venus trining Saturn. I love that. I absolutely love that for you. Now, one thing that I'm telling every sign is pay attention to the 3rd, because Mercury is going to be opposite Pluto. Now, the 3rd, July 3rd, this is happening 2 days before the new moon. So all the aspects I just mentioned, you're going to feel, all right? You're going to feel overlap. They're going to have some influence over this new moon that's so special for you, that's so really nice for you, as well as Mercury opposite Pluto. Now, Mercury is going to be in Leo at this point, Pluto in Aquarius. So really interesting, because that is your 12th house and your 6th house, and you are the native ruler of the 6th house. So it almost feels like there could be, like, I'm getting the energy of there is something that you're ready to like give and you're happy to give, but then some people are just really, like, I don't know if I want that. And you're just like, well, you know what I mean? Like, this is an opposition. Okay. So it's very like, two fixed signs, like, it's almost like no one's budging. It's like, okay, like not Wayne's World. You saw Austin Powers when he's in the car and he's trying to like get it the other way. He's like, okay, so kind of like that energy, but also with Mercury opposite Pluto, people could be really opinionated. People could also be a little smart alecky. All right. Remember, Mercury is your ruling planet. Mercury opposite Pluto is for the collective. Okay, so everyone's going to be feeling this. So it could be you. It could be you that's just like, So just, remember, always be graceful, be responsive, not reactive. You're going to be fine. Should anything happen where, but again, there may just be a little bit of a budge with, someone else, okay, with someone else here. Now, the other thing is, and it could be, to be honest, really could be someone with work, colleague, by the way, because the 6th house is work. All right. So work and labor, employees, things like that, colleagues, etc. Yeah. Okay. So the other thing is that we're talking about Mercury opposite Pluto. So secrets could come out. There could be secrets coming out around this time. Again, you could be revealing secrets, divulging, but there is also a sense of like really going beneath the surface here. Remember, Pluto is the underworld. All right. We're talking about the Mariana Trenches. Like, there are some things coming up. All right. Things coming up. And remember, Mercury and Leo in your 12th house, the subconscious. So there could be some things that really, really, really that you really feel on, even on this visceral level, that could be happening for y'all. And really, really trusting your intuition at this time. Really trust your intuition. And I say that because this is a day where people could actually be speaking a little, Mercury and Leo, people could be speaking while their gut is saying, probably don't say that. All right. So really trust your intuition around this time, and you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. There is a little bit of like, again, that you may do some digging. You may do some digging in terms of letting things come to the surface around this time, okay? And things naturally could do that. And when they do, you're like, that's interesting. I'm going to really use my Virgo analytical, detail-oriented brain to really get into this. And, it's very, Pink Panther-y, this type of aspect, okay? So, but just remember, if there is, you feel like you have a little wiggle room and if someone says something, you're like, just remember to, be graceful, let karma work its magic. Just remember, Jimmy said, be cool, stay frosty. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. But anyway, what an amazing week. Otherwise, it's such a great week and a wonderful new moon in Cancer for you. I love this one. And again, this one is really, really going to be dear to you. And again, a lot of love, a lot of relationship energy here, a lot of family energy as well. So, but it is like hopes, wishes, dreams for you. So let's see what's going on for you. Virgo sun, Virgo rising, Virgo moon for this new moon in Cancer. All right, Virgo. Wow, I got really close to the mic and you heard me breathe in and out, didn't you? All right, some prana. Anyway, I'm doing a 4-card spread. We're going to go deep. We're going to go deep. Virgo, I hope y'all are well. All right, so you're good. Don't even. No, I'm joking. You're good. I mean, 2 pages. You're the only sign. Wow. So yeah, this is going to be a big new moon for you. Okay. So first page. This card is attributed to what you can expect for the week, okay? For the week, because remember, a lot of aspects happening this week of the new moon in Cancer that will overlap with the new moon in Cancer. You'll feel those energies, but you're going to be fine. You're already wanting something new. You're already wanting something new. You may feel compelled, all right, to start something new. Also, you could be getting messages, especially with Mercury trining Neptune. Again, Mercury being your ruling planet. I actually am very curious too. Remember, we did have Mercury trine Saturn the prior week. So there could have been something there that was already formulating something. Remember, that's in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So there could have been something there. All right. Could have been something there that's really nice for you that you heard or something that you were communicating. But in any case, you got the messenger here. All right. You got the messenger cups, love, emotion, something that's emotionally fulfilling. There's something where you are compelled to follow your bliss. A lot of creative energy with the Page of Cups and also a lot of Cancerian energy with the Page of Cups. He is very insightful. He's very intuitive, really, really heart strong. Like he wears his heart on his sleeve. So I absolutely love this for you. It does seem like you're moving in this new direction. There's something that you are possibly already know that you want to, manifest or set those intentions. And now you have another page. You got the Page of Pentacles. Okay. This card is attributed to what you can expect, okay, with the new moon in Cancer. This card is all about that new moon in Cancer. And there you go. You have the Page of Pentacles. So another page. This page, very, very, what I love about this page, he's very grounded. Okay. Pages are earthbound. So are Pentacles. So this is double earth. So something truly rooting up for you now. Coming after the other page here. Wow. Okay. This page, Page of Cups is very whimsical and dreamy and imaginative. This page is like, let me just make that money. Let's let that grow. Okay. So he's got this pentacle and it's all about mastering this now. So it seems like there may be something in finance or money matters that is going to be materializing around this new moon in Cancer. Okay. Really, really nice energy. And don't forget, by the way, you do have the North Node in Aries, South Node in Libra in the 2 money houses, North Node in your 8th house, South Node in your 2nd house. So there's already money matters that is like percolating, things that you're experiencing. But wow, a lot of stuff here. You can expect something to really, really rid up for you. All right. Remember, Pentacles are your physical reality too. So if you're not here for money at all, which I'm kind of thinking a lot of y'all are with the North Node in your 8th house. Anyway, physical reality. So there could be something coming into your world at this time as well. Something really special and something that you want to sustain, and you're in it for the long haul. Okay. So this is a lot of potential here. Set those intentions now, Virgo. I do not make this up. I mean, you seem to be getting this card a lot. Listen, you just got the 10 of Pentacles. Absolutely amazing. This card is attributed to, well, first of all, this card, you see it's raining pentacles, okay? Raining pentacles in the form of the Tree of Life, all right? So very significant card. There's a lot happening in this card. All right? So you see that family here, 3 generations of family. So that family energy is really strong. Remember, I said you have the North Node in your 8th house, okay? Inheritance. So a lot of inheritance attached to this card. This is prosperity. This is success. Okay. You see the harvest in the card. You see the, how big the castle is. This is great. This is like your kingdom. This is like the you made it card. All right. Now this card is attributed to what to surrender, what to leave behind. There are things, this is coming into your physical world, by the way. Remember I said Pentacles represent your physical world. This is like this is 10 now. This is 10. We're coming into our physical world, appreciating that we everything that we have in our physical life. Okay, things that bring us all this comfort, right? So now this card is attributed to what to let go, what to surrender. So there is something that you have. Take this time to think about. Remember, Saturn retrograde, Neptune retrograde, what this is attributed to. So think about the things that you do not need in your life, okay? That isn't part of this picture. So think about the things like this is, again, like I said, success. So what is not part of your success story? What is not, what needs to not only leave you leave behind, but you understanding and becoming like your authentic self, okay? To have this amazing 10 of Pentacles moment, all right? So it could be anything that has to do with partnerships and relationships. Remember, both Saturn and Neptune retrograde in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So what is there something there that's like not fulfilling? Is there something there that you know is not leading you to the path that you are embarking on here? Saturn being retrograde until November. And then remember, Neptune is going retrograde this week. Neptune's going retrograde July 2nd, just a few days before the new moon in Cancer. And so both Saturn and Neptune retrograde until December. At the same time, both in Pisces, and you're going to feel that. You're going to feel that. You're a mutable sun, just like Pisces, okay? So what this is asking, Saturn, so they're both going to sleep, right? They're both going to on retrograde. They're taking a hike, and they're saying, Virgo, we're taking a hike. We're going to be gone for a few months. We're coming back, though. We're coming back. Saturn is going to say, I want to know, what are the life lessons that you've learned? What are the karmic lessons that you've learned, okay? Because remember, Saturn is karma, all right? So remember, retrogrades, reassessing things, reevaluating things. And so that is what Saturn wants. Neptune being retrograde, 29 degrees, critical degree. I talked more about this in, I think, 2 weeks ago, the weekly reading, if you want more information on this. But this is basically just reality checking, okay? Reality checking. Remember, Neptune is illusion, delusion, confusion. It can bring those energies up as well as escapism. And so Neptune is saying, when he comes back, are you being your authentic self? What have you learned? Okay, what have you learned? And have you stayed true to yourself? All right, so whatever doesn't exist in that picture right here, that's not your authentic self, okay? And again, it kind of, both Saturn and Neptune in your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, it could be something there, all right? It could even be like, do I want to be in a relationship? Do I want this new partnership? Is this partnership sustaining? Is this something that, I know that it's something that I want for that's going to bring me this prosperity. All right. So a lot of asking things with these retrogrades, but remember to surrender things too. Surrender things that are taking up too much room, surrender things that you know is taking up too much headspace, and surrender those things that you know are not allowing you to become your authentic self or be your authentic self. Okay, Virgo, lastly, you've got the Knight of Swords. Absolutely amazing. This card corresponds to the full moon in Cancer, January 13th, 2025, the one that's corresponding to this new moon in Cancer. All right. You're going to be ready to go by then. Like boom, boom, boom. You are ready. All right. Especially in a career aspect. A lot of career stuff happening for you. You could be really stimulated around that time. You could just, a lot just happening. There's, the Knight of Swords is so bold. He's so courageous, right? He goes into the storm. Nothing's going to stop him. He's looking for transformation as well, of the mind, especially. Remember, swords are the air suits, the mental suit. Okay. So just keep that in mind that during that full moon, that one is going to be in Capricorn. Okay. And actually the sun's going to trine Uranus. So there could be some big breakthrough that you have around that time as well. All right. That's corresponding to this new moon in Cancer. All right. Because Sun trining Uranus at that time, Mars is going to be actually harmonious with Neptune and Uranus at that time as well. So there really could be something like this breakthrough breakthrough energy around that time for you. Mars is going to be retrograde. I'll do a separate video on the Mars retrograde. Interestingly, Mars will be in Cancer at that time. Okay, Mars will be in Cancer at that time, and so again, your 11th house of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, even your social network groups you belong to. Again, there is something here that you can expect to really, really, really be nice for you on this new moon. And really, I mean, honestly, just bring all this prosperity in your life. Okay. But just remember, what are the things that it's like if you're sitting in this garden and there's, I don't know, maybe like a statue that you're looking at it like, I don't know if I like this statue, right? It doesn't fit in my scenario. Give it to the neighbor. Give it to the neighbor. Do what you need to do with it. But remember, just be your authentic self. That's all it's saying. And you're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine, Virgo. You're amazing. All right. Thanks so much, Virgo. Y'all are amazing. All right. Bye-bye. All right, Libra. Wow. If you are here for career or fame, this is a big new moon for you. This new moon in Cancer is in your 10th house of career and fame and public recognition, honors, achievements, even if you're not here for career. What are you exerting all your energy that you want to be known for? However, it may be career. Could be a really big thing, especially with the fact that you've got Saturn and Neptune and Pisces in your 6th house as well. 6th house rules everyday activities, including work, the process of work, hiring employees, things like that. Really, really big new moon to get excited about. The other thing is that there are so many other aspects happening this week that will overlap with this new moon in Cancer, just even a few days before. So you'll feel these great energies of Mercury trining Neptune. That's going to happen. Mercury moving into Leo, which is really amazing. Leo rules your 11th house of your hopes and wishes and dreams. Also your social network groups you belong to, communities, as well as social media as well, if you're doing here something with social media. But we also have Venus trining Saturn, which is really special. Remember, Venus is also in Cancer in your 10th house of career. So really, really lovely energies. Now, and Venus trining Saturn, that is huge commitment energy. There's even relationships, something brewing around there that's really, really forming, solidifying, which I really love for you. Now, another thing that's happening is Mercury will be opposite Pluto. So I've been mentioning this in every sign. This is happening just a few days before. So some of y'all could feel this around the new moon that's happening in Cancer. Now, Mercury in Leo, Pluto in Aquarius, two fixed signs, right? So there's that energy here where it is an opposition. You could feel a little bit of a squeeze. If you do feel a little bit of a squeeze, have some compromise. All right, you're Libra, you're ruled by Venus, by the way, so you know all about compromise and diplomacy, and the fact that Venus is moving into, or Venus in Cancer in your 10th house is going to be really nice. So this energy, Mercury opposite Pluto, is like kind of like no one's budging in a conversation. People could be opinionated. It could be a friend, okay? Because remember, Mercury in Leo in your 11th house, and then the fact that Pluto in Aquarius is in your 5th house, so that's all about pleasure. That's all about fun. It's also love and relationships. There could be true like partnership energy here as well. But either way, Mercury opposite Pluto for y'all, Libra, it really is almost like it's almost like someone's making it's almost like you're having a hard time having a good time because someone's being like Debbie Downer-ish. Like so just keep that in mind. Don't let someone could be very smart alecky around this time as well, including like, you know, if they're not being opinionated. It's just that kind of energy. So I'm just kind of like bringing that up. That might happen. Pluto is also the underworld. There's like mysteries there. There could be some secrets coming out. There could be some even things that you might divulge around this time. Okay, but it's in your 5th house. So that's also recreation. So you could tell people that you're secretly into tennis, whatever it is. I don't know. There's something here that is just trust your intuition more and just let karma work its magic, especially if there is someone that's like, "Rah, rah, rah." Okay, Libra, and then you got this. All right, then you got this. But otherwise, what an amazing week. What an amazing new moon in Cancer. Let's see what's going on for you, Libra. Let's see what you can expect for this new moon in Cancer that's happening July 5th for Libra, Libra rising, Libra moon. All right, so Libra, let's get to it. See what's going on for my Libra nation. Okay. I got to feel it, Libra. I got to feel it. All right, Libra. So Libra Nation, I'm doing just a short 4-card spread, but I'm gonna go into depth with what each of them mean. Okay, what each of them mean. So let's see what. Oh, look at you. Okay, so listen. Oh gosh, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be absolutely good. I would not be surprised if you do sign some new contract, you get a new job, if some things start moving really fast for you too. All right. Even though we've got Mars and Taurus and we've got these retrogrades, still things are active. Things are things are happening this month. All right. Now let's get started. You got Judgment. All right. So I love this for you because this is attributed to what you can expect for the week. Okay. Remember, I just mentioned a lot of aspects that are happening. There's a lot of energy that's happening the week that the new moon is happening, with all these aspects overlapping and spilling over into the new moon in Cancer. So it really is just kind of like what to expect for the week. Judgment, you're absolutely amazing. This is having that spiritual awakening. This is having that wake up call, that aha moment. I know who I am. I've learned lessons. I know what I want. I'm seeking this meaningful life experience more than ever. Like I really, really want this. So this is really nice. It's also a lot of healing here. There's a lot of healing. You got an archangel on your side. This is 1000% amazing. And so there is going to be some clarity that you get with this week, but it's going to be this spiritual clarity. It's going to be this even just feeling a lot wiser in the things that you're doing, the things, the goals that you have, but really having that awakening, which is so nice. Now, hello, you got the Eight of Wands. All right, so the Eight of Wands is attributed to the new moon in Cancer, what you can expect, what you can focus on, what's kind of like brewing around this new moon in Cancer for you. And wow, things are happening. Things are happening fast, Libra. Okay, this is absolutely amazing. And if you are here for career, well, you just got the Eight of Wands. All right, you just got the Eight of Wands. So this card is actually attributed to Mercury in Sagittarius. It's a Sagittarius card. You got to think of these wands as arrows. Okay. Zipping through the air. All right. Weird sound effects. Maybe not a good profession for me, but listen, Sagittarius rules your third house. That's why this is a bigger deal than it is. Third house communication. Okay. So remember what I said. There could be some agreements being made. There could be some contracts being signed. Wands, your passions, your ambitions, but even creativity, but work related. Wands are heavily work related. And you see the wands not only in their happy place, but they're all aligning. Everything's aligning for you. Something is about to land for you as well. Something is about to land. It's also a card of a lot of movement. So definitely take action. Definitely set intentions. Plant those seeds that I said. Plant seeds. New moons, new cycles, new beginnings. Oh, wow. Talk about liftoff. This is really great. Now, I'm just going to say you got the pair, okay? You got the pair here. The King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you're going to be great. Now, King of Wands, very interesting. This is someone with a lot of power. He's a fun king, okay? Very, very fun king. And, oh, my elbow's stuck on the cards. Leo. All right. So King of Wands is Leo. You see the lions all over his throne, but this is someone who really worked hard to sit here. That's right. This king he's not sitting here from, succession or lineage that's in this throne. He worked his off, right? To get in this throne. And that's how passionate he is. He is epitome of fire. All right. So this is really fiery, Libra. Absolutely love this for you. Remember what I said, Leo rules your 11th house of your hopes and wishes and dreams. All right. So a lot of passion here, but a lot of transformation that you'll be going through. This card is attributed to what to surrender. Okay. What to surrender. because Saturn and Neptune will be retrograde. All right. So there is some things work wise or things that you may not be passionate about, and realize that through this process, through this new moon in Cancer process, because Saturn and Neptune retrograde are asking you to surrender something, and you got the King of Wands. All right. So remember that this is you sitting in that throne. So the thing that you have to surrender is the things that you're not passionate about, the things that you are. He's very entrepreneurial, by the way. Both of them are, the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Oh yeah, in a huge way. We're talking businessman, businesswoman. Anyway, King of Wands. So there is something even entrepreneurial things that are if you're moving in that direction, remember you have so much career energy anyway, things that are not serving you in a way where you're going to get there. All right, so remember, Saturn retrograde, that's asking you what are the life lessons you learned, what are the tests that karmically, by the way, Saturn is karma, so seeing things through a karmic lens. All right, so Saturn's going to be retrograde until November. Neptune is going retrograde just a few days before this new moon in Cancer. So Neptune retrograde until December. Saturn and Neptune both going retrograde at the same time pretty much until the end of the year in your 6th house of everyday activities, work. Okay, remember I said that work is a big part of that. Also health, wellness, fitness, things like that as well. So keep that in mind. This could be a really big time to surrender those things you do not want in your daily life. Okay, have that big transformation. Remember I said the King of Wands, really transformative king. All right, now Neptune is asking you, be your authentic self. Okay, remember Neptune is cutting through that fog. Neptune can bring up illusion, delusion, confusion, escapism. All right, so it's Neptune retrograde, kind of like a big reality check, having a foot on the ground, maybe having 2 feet on the ground, but knowing your truths and being authentic to yourself. So this is absolutely amazing. The other thing is, remember, Neptune and Saturn going retrograde, they're going to sleep. They're going to sleep. They're saying, good night, Libra. We're going to bed for a few months, but we're coming back. We're coming back. We're going to ask you for your report. What have you learned? And are you your authentic self? Okay. And so have that report. Have that report. You're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. Just all the things that you're not passionate about. Okay. That you may feel like a 2 out of 10. That's just taking away from that 8 out of 10 of your passions, where you could add that other 2. All right. Now you've got the Queen of Wands. All right. This card is attributed to what you can expect to the corresponding full moon in Cancer, January 13th, 2025. This is really big, okay? This is huge. Again, Queen of Wands, she's got the power to attract whatever she wants, all right? This is a popular queen. She's a very popular queen, very social, very regal. People gravitate toward her. This is absolutely amazing. So you're going to be in this place where you're getting a lot of attention for everything that is coming your way in a huge way, all right? Sitting in this throne, she is in touch with her shadow side. She's done her shadow work. She's got a lot of confidence, as indicated by the black cat there. This is absolutely amazing. You're really good here, Libra. You're really good. There is also some sexual energy, by the way. It's coming through. And even like the Queen of Wands actually has that energy about her as well. And don't forget, the North Node is in Aries all year long, all right? Remember that North Node is in Aries, South Node is in your side. Now, the fact that the North Node is in Aries, your 7th house, right? Partnerships and relationships. So there could be something there too. There could be this new partnership being formed, especially with career. I mean, all this entrepreneurial energy, this work energy, you really knowing what you want, you coming up from, just that awareness, that word I made up, awareness and clarity, right? So you're good. You're good. And by the way, the difference between the king and the queen, the king, their powers, their energies are more external, whereas the queen's more internal. Okay. And so, but when I say she can get whatever she wants, one last thing I'll show you. She has that sunflower in her hand. All right. That sunflower. And even you see the sunflowers in her throne as well. So those sunflowers exist in the actual sun card. Optimism, abundance, and vitality. And you've got this. This is absolutely amazing. More power to you, Libra. This is amazing. Look at all that blue. All right, so you're good. You're absolutely good. Thank you so much, Libra. All right, bye-bye. Right, Scorpio. Hey, how's it going? Listen, this is going to be a really big week for you. It's going to be a very significant week for you. It could be very spiritually moving for you. Now, this new moon in Cancer, with Venus in Cancer as well, your ninth house, okay? And your ninth house, it's spirituality, it's your belief system, it's how you see things, it's the higher mind, okay? It's also education. There could be something new that you are learning. There's something new that you may be teaching or just very invested in at this time. The ninth house is also publishing, broadcasting. So y'all could start thinking about writing a book or doing a memoir, starting a blog, things like that. Okay. As well as, maybe even, like your own YouTube channel or doing something, with social media, just putting your word out there a little bit more. I love this new moon in Cancer for you. Okay. You're going to vibe really well with it. It's your BFF, your fellow water sign in Cancer. Now, ninth house is also travel. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of y'all think about planning trips, maybe even going somewhere that's really far away, because it is long distance travel, which is the ninth house, or working with people overseas, meeting people overseas. Okay, so really, really nice. Pack your bags. You're going to Tahiti. All right, so the other thing is this week, I want you to know that there's a bundle of planets. There's so many aspects that are happening this week that overlap this new moon in Cancer, right? I talk a lot about it in your monthly forecast, but Mercury will, what is it? Mercury's trining Neptune. Venus is trining Cancer, is Venus in Cancer, trining Saturn. These are actually really big for you. There's a lot of things that have to do with love and family that's are already present here with the new moon in Cancer and all this Cancer energy. But these aspects really enhance that for you, especially with Mercury trining Neptune, which is in your fifth house of pleasure and love and romance and joy and creativity, self-expression. Mercury moving into Leo, that's huge. That is self-expression. That's being very expressive, very confident in the way that you're speaking. You could be thinking a lot more. There's just in terms of especially career, by the way, because it is Leo does rule your 10th house. So there's this dynamic energy of just be social, and have conversations. Okay. They always lead to something. Have conversations that lead to something that, really, really enhances your spirituality. Venus trining Saturn. What a beautiful aspect. Okay. Remember, there's commitment energy here. There's commitment energy, long-term energy, that long-term in terms of goals as well. But relationships could be a really big thing around this time. I actually would not be surprised if a lot of y'all are thinking about having kids, maybe having kids around this time, or really committing to a partnership, a relationship around this time, something that is just so fulfilling for you. The other thing that I want to mention, and I'm mentioning this in every sign, okay, Mercury will be opposite Pluto. I do not want you to, I don't want this to go unnoticed for y'all Scorpios, because this is, you may feel what Taurus is feeling, okay? It's kind of switched up with y'all, but it's in your 10th house and your 4th house. So what does that mean, all right? Mercury opposite Pluto, first of all, you're possibly going to feel this just as much as Taurus, as Aquarius, as Leo, all the fixed signs, because Mercury and Leo, fixed sign, right? Pluto and Aquarius, fixed sign. So there is that, like, you've got a little bit of wiggle room here. You got a little bit of wiggle room because it's that fixed energy. So this is a great day or this is happening on July 3rd. So a few days before the new moon in Cancer, but you will feel it throughout the week. Okay. Just some people may not budge in a conversation. Okay. Some people may not budge. Now, what's happening here, because it's your 10th house and 4th house, that's career, fame, public recognition, but also home, family. This is what what Cancer rules. So it is going to have this big impact on you. It could be something like maybe your partner is working too much, and then you've got to have this conversation. Okay. You're like, I don't see you enough. All right. It could be the other way around. Your partner could be at home binging Saved by the Bell all day long. You're like, you got to work. you got to go, you got to do something, right? There's got to be something here. It could be also your mind being a little overactive, but listen, Pluto is your ruling planet, Scorpio, so definitely gonna have a bigger impact on you than Taurus and whatever. Anyway, so I just have some wiggle room, have some compromise, always do things with grace. You could find people being a little smart alecky this day as well. And then also remember, Pluto is your ruling planet in your fourth house. So something that has to do with home, your domestic sector, significant other, parents, children, family, things like that, real estate, okay? Landlord, maybe even, but there could be something with mysteries coming about, something like really scratching the surface. It could be you, okay? Really delving deep, getting all Pink Panther here. I got to know what this is, right? So just keep that in mind. Like, Eve, whatever you do around this time with Mercury opposite Pluto, you definitely want to be graceful in situations. You want to have your stingers back, your stingers in, Scorpio. And the other thing is that, people could be very opinionated, but also there could be some things said, okay? Especially with all these secrets coming about, secrets being divulged, and then you have this square as well. So just keep that in mind. People could be, and remember, Mercury opposite Pluto is for the collective. It could also be you. So if there is a part of you where you discover something, you want to say something, remember, trust your intuition, all right? This is a lot of like not trusting your intuition energy and saying things, and you're like, oh, but my gut's saying not to say that. All right. So remember, have some compromise. Remember, just say if there's a situation where your partner, your kids, they're binging Interview with the Vampire season 2 all day, not getting any work done. Just, be nice about it. And y'all are Scorpios. Y'all are very nice. Now, let's see what's going on for you. All right, Scorpio, that's kind of like the week. The other thing is, just to let you know, I'm going to give you a little preview here. Mars is going to conjunct Uranus on the 15th. You may feel it a little bit more, all right? You may feel it even before we get there, all right? Because it is Mars conjuncting Uranus in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Mars, your traditional ruler. So keep this in mind, all right? Keep this in mind, all right? So you may start feeling a little bit of a buildup. Just, a little bit before Mars conjuncts Uranus on the 15th, July 15th. But this new moon in Cancer is amazing, okay? So as long as you are your authentic self, everything is going to be just this flowing river, all right? This flowing river for you, Scorpio. So let's get to it, all right? Let's see what's going on for you for this new moon in Cancer that is in your 9th house, all right? In spirituality, it feels so good. And y'all are definitely planning trips, taking trips, something with publishing, broadcasting. I really love it. And definitely spend that time learning new things. A lot of it will be very transformative for you. All right. Remember, Jupiter is in Gemini in your 8th house. All right. So let's get started. See what's going on for you, Scorpio. Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising for the new moon in Cancer. All right. So Scorpio, y'all are amazing. Y'all crack me up. I'm going to do a quick 4-card spread, but we're going to go really deep because they're all going to attribute to something that's significant here. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. I wish I could. I want to okay, you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 mic drops. Look at this. This new moon in Cancer, I can't even, when I say something new, learn something new has happened. Some of y'all maybe having babies. Some of y'all even getting married, things like that. Come on. You got the world. All right. So this card, oh my gosh, I can't even with you. This is okay. It's good when you leave me speechless. The world attributed to what you can expect for the week. Okay. The week that the new moon in Cancer is happening. And remember, I already talked about these aspects. You got Mercury trining Neptune. You got Venus trining Saturn. All these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful aspects, wonderful aspects. And then you got the world. All right. So look at what's happening here. There is something new happening. Okay, you're coming out of a cycle, moving into one significant cycle. All right, a significant cycle. Ask yourself, what is that cycle that I'm coming out of? Something new that's brewing in my life, this really big new cycle. Remember, this new moon is a new cycle. You're going to feel for it kicks off a new cycle for 6 months here until the full moon. All right, but even still, you got the world. This is absolutely amazing. So we've come to the end of the major arcana. You can see the dancing figure here, dancing for a reason. Be very proud of yourself. There's, a sense of you've learned, you've evolved, you've grown. Okay. Now there is something big happening. All right. Seriously, the world. All right. So you can see even the figure dancing within the circle, the wreath, the garland, which is a circle referencing the full, okay, as a 0 here. All right. So what comes after the world, the full. So this new journey that's to come. This is amazing. You even see the Ouroboros hidden like in the ribbons here. And then you also see you are here, Scorpio. You're the eagle. All right. So the 4 fixed signs. Remember, I said that a lot of this fixed energy is at play, but this is fixed as stability too. Okay. So this is that stability, that core stability as you move into this new cycle. This is, amazing. I can't even believe what's happening here. This card is attributed to what you can expect with a new moon in Cancer. You listen, when this card comes up, think about the last time something brought you so much joy, okay? Brought you to tears, whether it was, starting your own business or, having a baby or graduating or, getting married, getting proposed to, getting your dream job, all of that. There you go. Ace of Cups coming after the world. Wow. All right. This is amazing. The Holy Grail. You just got the Holy Grail. Okay. Aces usher in that new change, new beginnings, new cycles. Remember, this is that new moon. All right. Cups, emotions. This is all your, look at it overflowing. Okay. All your senses here. The hand of spirit offering you this new opportunity that's going to pull at your heartstrings. Okay. Something that is going to be really, really significant. So, with the world, you come into the end of one big cycle, and then you got the Ace of Cups, this new cycle being born, this new thing coming into your life during the new moon in Cancer. Absolutely amazing. And waters or cups are attributed to water, right? So really watery. I love this. I mean, that is love. That is emotions. That is everything that I talked about with in the intro. It's even like intuition being activated as well. Remember, you've got all that spiritual energy that's happening. This is wonderful. And then, hello. You got the sun. What is going on here? What is going on here? So the sun is optimism. It is abundance. It's high frequencies. Okay. High frequencies. I talk about that energetically. You even see, speaking of which, you see the frequencies. Okay. The rays coming from the sun here. This is a lot of wisdom. This is a lot of feeling free. Okay. Feeling free, that innocence. Okay. That purity here. This is even victory, achievements as well. Vitality, growth. This is amazing. Now, this card is attributed to what to surrender, what to let go. All right. So anything that does not where you feel that you don't need that anything that's like low energy frequency, basically. Okay, let the sunlight blast all of those things that you have to surrender in the past. Okay, let it go, keep it in the past. All right, because one of the big things that's happening during this new moon in Cancer is that Neptune and Saturn are going retrograde together. Neptune's going retrograde a few days before the new moon in Cancer, then in 29 degrees retrograding at a critical degree. I've talked about this in your previous readings. Okay, so I think it was 2 weeks ago. I talk a lot more about it, but Saturn and Neptune going retrograde together, both in Pisces, in your 5th house of pleasure, joy. So the things that you have to surrender are those things I've been talking about in your readings. What does not bring you pleasure? What does not bring you abundance? What does not bring you optimism, right? Surrender it, all right? Recognize it. But with the sun showing up here, it seems like it's going to be easy for you, okay? Seems like it's going to be easy for you, and there is going to be a sense of rebirth for you. A big thing that's happening is, Pluto, your ruling planet, very active. Remember that. Jupiter and Gemini in your 8th house, death and rebirth as well. Mars Mars is about to join Jupiter very soon, okay? So there is your death and rebirth. You are going through this death and rebirth, this big transformation. You can even see the feather in the wisdom child's hat here, okay? The red feather referencing the Fool with his feather in his cap. So there is something, there is this rebirth that's happening for you. Look at this. There is something really big here. Now, with Saturn and Neptune going retrograde at the same time, they're taking this big nap. They're taking this big nap. I talked about this, all right? So they're taking this big nap, Saturn until November, Neptune until December, okay? So they're saying, Scorpio, see ya, bye-bye. We're going to go sleep for a little bit, but we're coming back. We're coming back. We want to know the lessons you've learned. We want to know the life lessons that you're learning right now. You're karmically as well. Remember, Saturn is karma, as well as, Neptune is saying, have you been your authentic self? Okay. Have you cut through my fog? Neptune, illusion, delusion, confusion, escapism. Have you cut through all that? All right. Are you being your authentic self? Have you done all the reality checks? Okay. Even if there's a list checking things off. All right. Have you done the reality checks and you know exactly what you want? Seems like it's going to be very easy for you. Now, Knight of Pentacles, there you go. This card is attributed to what you can expect with a corresponding full moon in Cancer. That's going to happen January 13th, 2025. I know it seems light years away, but it's going to come tomorrow. That's how fast this year is gone. I can't believe it's already mid-year. But Knight of Pentacles, this is absolutely amazing, okay? Two reasons why. One, seems like there is something that you, seeds that you have planted, all right? You see this field here. It's the biggest field in tarot. He's planted seeds. He's waiting. He's waiting, okay, to reap his rewards. It doesn't matter how long it takes. He's patient. All right. So it seems like there's something, when I say long term that you're investing in, it seems like it is something long term. Like I said, like a child, like a baby, maybe even a new career, maybe something that you're getting into the groove in. But there is that sense of stability that comes with the Knight of Pentacles. There's this diligence that comes with the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles, money, wealth, okay, but also your physical world, your physical reality. All right. That stability energy is really, really nice. Commitment is a big thing here. Commitment is a big thing here, and you're seeing it through, which is absolutely amazing. This is absolutely amazing. The second reason why I love this is because Virgo actually rules your 11th house of your hopes and wishes and dreams. So this is really, really big. Now, the other thing is during that full moon in Cancer, which is happening in January, and we'll talk about it in January 2025, but it's actually really great. Your traditional ruler, Mars, is very harmonious with Neptune, with Uranus. There could be some breakthroughs around that time. Mars will actually, the sun is actually trining Uranus around that time too. So that breakthrough energy is going to be really, really, really nice. All right. There is something that, because these are really, really favorable aspects. And remember, Uranus is going to be in Taurus at that time too, still in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So there could be something really, really nice around that time. And remember, relationships, partnerships, that can be career, that can be love. It's whatever resonates with you. But Scorpio, oh my goodness, this new moon, please set intentions, okay? Listen, it's just more of a reminder. It's more of a reminder. New things are going to be happening for a lot of anyway, but you always want to keep your energy high. And that's why I say set intentions, because you want to be, the author of your story here. You want to be part of your story, this bigger picture that's happening for you. But you got the World, Ace of Cups, the Sun, and Knight of Pentacles. You're good, okay? You are amazing, Scorpio. I'm very excited for you. All right. Thanks so much, Scorpio. All right, Sagittarius. Well, this is going to be a really big new moon for you. If you saw your monthly forecast, well, this new moon in Cancer is going to be in your 8th house. So that is really, really deep. That's really deep. There could be a big focus on sex. There could be a really big focus on money, especially like shared money, shared resources. We're talking bonuses, commissions, inheritance, investments. Something like maybe you're joining bank accounts with someone, especially because Jupiter moved into Gemini. In your 7th house, there could have been some new partnership activity. There could be some that's brewing right now. Remember, Jupiter is Gemini for an entire year, but it really is a big, big, big time. All right. 8th house is also it's death and rebirth. It's transformation. All right. Now, what I want you to know is that there are so many aspects that are happening the week of the new moon in Cancer. Okay, a lot just days before that are happening, especially great ones. All right, we have Mercury trining Neptune. Absolutely amazing. This is really amazing. Mercury trining Neptune and Venus trining Saturn. Why is this amazing? Is because Neptune and Saturn are both in your fourth house of your domestic sector. So home, family, love, relationships, all of that, this Cancer represents. So you see, you've got that big overlap here. Y'all are definitely, and I've been saying it for Sagittarius, you've been having so much home energy, energy in your home sector. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of y'all are having really big changes there, and even reconsidering things. Remember, they're about to go retrograde Saturn and Neptune, so maybe reassessing your home, right? Maybe, thinking about moving as well, maybe even thinking about going into real estate, okay? Remember, I said investments with the new moon in Cancer, and so there could be something with real estate here as well, but something definitely with home, or, buying property or something. So that is really, really, really big here, because Venus will be trining Saturn, Venus in Cancer in your 8th house, trining Saturn in your 4th house. So there is that commitment energy here that's so sweet, that's so special, really, really nice. That long-term energy that comes here with Venus trining Saturn, especially with relationships. Okay, so remember that relationships are going to be a big thing for you around this time. Now, Mercury is also moving into Leo. This is really fun. This is very exciting. This is confident energy, being very, very expressive. I definitely talk about this more in your monthly forecast, but listen, Mercury in Leo being your BFF, fellow fire sign there, I mean, it's in your 9th house. So there is a lot. You could be just speaking your mind. You could be speaking your mind. A lot of things. You could be having shifts in the way that you see things. This is your 9th house. 9th house is also spirituality. It's also education. There could be a lot of new things that you're absorbing, that you're thinking about. So really, really great for y'all. I really love it. Or even thinking about planning trips, taking trips, long distance trips. There could be something travel related here, working with people overseas, even family visiting from overseas, communicating with them, Zooming with them, whatever it is. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is that Mercury will be opposite Pluto during this time as well. So a lot of these aspects I just mentioned, you're going to feel them overlap with this new moon in Cancer energy, especially Mercury opposite Pluto. It is happening 2 days before the new moon in Cancer. Now, this is an opposition with Mercury in Leo, Pluto in Aquarius, 2 fixed signs here. So there's that, right, with this opposition here, And listen, it is Mercury, okay? It is Mercury, communication. Travel could be, I want you to pay attention to travel, all right? Because Mercury in Leo in your 9th house, remember, that's long distance travel. You've got Pluto in Aquarius in your 3rd house, okay? That's short distance travel. So you got like road trips, things like that, or taking the subway from Staten Island to Harlem, whatever it is. I mean, that's a trek there. But even still, those are the 2 travel houses of the zodiac wheel that's activated. So just keep that in mind. There could be not seeing eye to eye with someone in travel, maybe someone that you're planning travel with. Maybe you want to go to Tahiti. Someone wants to go to, I don't know, Idaho, whatever it is. There is just something here, but also it could be the fact that you really get into it with a flight attendant. That's just, no. Remember, there's that squeeze here. Okay. You got 2 fixed signs here. So just keep that in mind. Just be graceful in any situation. A lot of people can be opinionated this day. Remember, Mercury opposite Pluto for the collective, all right? So it could be you as well, Sagittarius. It could be you. Remember, I said you're going to be speaking your mind. There's a lot of things that you're going to be enthusiastic about new things that you may be learning, and even just like, having that sense of like, I'm really seeing things in a different way. And just keep that in mind, all right? This is a time where, like I said, people can be very, they could be opinionated. They could be smart alecky around this time as well. It could be family members as well. Remember, Pluto and Aquarius in your 3rd house. It's siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors. But then you already have all this family energy happening during the time of the new moon in Cancer. That's all about family. All right. So just be cool. You're going to be fine. There's going to be some things that may come to the surface. We're talking about Pluto here, the underworld. All right. So could be some things, mysteries. There could be that you may be even like digging into. There could be some secrets coming about around this time. But again, you may feel that. You may feel that like, I really want to explore this. I really want to get Pink Panther here. I really want to just, what is this? What is this? All right. So with these oppositions, I always just want to say, be graceful, be cool. You're going to be fine. All right. You're Sagittarians. Y'all are going to be fine. But there could be something that definitely, and remember Mercury and Leo in your ninth house, you are the native ruler of the ninth house. All right. So you may really, really feel this, but it could also just be something very simple. Like, again, someone wanting to go to Idaho when you want to go to Tahiti, just have that compromise. There's got to be some compromise, and none of the, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. But anyway, everything else is looking really, really good for you, Sagittarius. This new moon is going to be really big for you. You're going to have a really big transformation, all right, coming from this new moon. So I really want you to set those intentions, and then you're going to have a lot of energy with fourth house matters anyway. Okay, home, family, parents, children, significant other, everything that I mentioned earlier, real estate even. So Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for y'all. All right, Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius moon, and if you want to read for any other placements actually in your chart, you're absolutely welcome to, especially if they're Cancer related. But let's get to it. All right, so literally half the spread just like fell out of my hand. So okay, Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for you. For there we go again. All right. Ooh, I hope you love my shuffling skills today, Sagittarius. Let's do this. Okay, Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius moon. Let's see what's going on for you for this new moon in Cancer. All right, so Sagittarius, how you doing? What a day. Look at the sun like coming all the way. It's like burning my back. It's really hot. I hope if you are in the northern hemisphere that you are staying really cool. All right, now let's see what's going on. Wow. Okay, so you're good. Speaking of sun, what are the chances? All right, you are absolutely great here. Okay, I'm going to give you a mic drop. Yeah, let's get to it. You got the Hangman. All right, so the Hangman is attributed to what you can expect the week of the new moon in Cancer because of all the strong energies and all the strong aspects that are happening this week. Okay, remember I said Mercury is trining Neptune, Venus is trining Saturn, Mercury moving into Leo. That's a lot of energy. A lot of this is happening on, all that actually is happening on July 2nd. It's got to be some big energy. You're going to feel it overlap. Now, Hangman, very interesting. Okay, remember I said Mercury will be and Neptune is going retrograde as well. So Mercury trining Neptune and then Neptune going retrograde, which you're going to feel. We're going to talk about later. It's okay. It's a big deal because of that 29 degrees, but the Hangman is attributed to Neptune. Very interesting here. But what I love about this is that the Hangman is making that surrender. It's making those sacrifices for the things that you do want. Okay. But you see that he's got a halo on his head. All right. He's got, or around his head, you see a smile on his face. He is ready. He's ready. He sacrificed everything. He's like, I don't need these anymore. I don't need this part of my life. I've had those spiritual moments. I've really, really understood what I need. I've connected with my intuition, listened to my inner voice, and I'm ready for this big transformation. Okay. The Hangman comes right before the Death card, the card of this huge, significant transformational process that's happening in your life. Okay. So this is really, really, really having that movement spiritually within you, all right, but also recognizing it, connecting it with your external world, and knowing exactly what you want and what you don't want to bring with you into this next cycle. So Neptune may be very highlighted for you this week. Remember, Neptune is in your fourth house, like I said. So with this new moon anyway, Cancer is a native ruler of the fourth house of home, family, your domestic sector, but a lot of love, okay, a lot of spirituality, a lot of intuition. That is what the moon in Cancer, the moon ruling Cancer is. All right, so this is absolutely amazing. Okay, so you can expect yourself to have these moments of, it's almost like when you turn on like HBO, you get that angelic sound, like that. All right, now you got the King of Wands. All right, so the King of Wands, this card is actually attributed to the new moon in Cancer. you're going to be good. You're going to be absolutely. This is actually be a very spiritual week for you. The new moon in Cancer that's happening. You've got the King of Wands, who is Leo. Remember what I said. Leo rules your ninth house of spirituality, of higher mind, and the way that you see things, your belief system, your philosophy. So there is a sense of you again, just feeling that passion. This is epitome of fire, right? You're going to really resonate with this. You being a fire sign, wands here. All right. So ambitions, even creativity as well. All right. So this is really, really, really nice. Your passions. So sitting in this throne, if you are here for work, by the way, there's that entrepreneurial energy that comes with the King of Wands as well, but very transformative energy. Now, remember what I said, that new moon in Cancer is in your 8th house of transformation. And so wow. All right. So there is a sense of like that death and rebirth that comes with that, with the 8th house. It's almost like a new you. You even see the salamander here that represents transformation. You're going to see the Ouroboros in his throne. Okay. You even see the lion. Remember I said Leo. No, the Ouroboros here. All right. This is really, really big. The only king that has this. Okay, so that unity of all things, it change, basically change. You're gonna have some really big change that's going to be very auspicious for you. All right, very auspicious. You're going to feel a lot of passion. This is going to be a very passion-driven new moon for you, but also expect that change in your 8th house transformation. So, and again, the 8th house also has to do with intimacy. All right, intimacy as well as money-related matters. So, it really could be big here, where you are sitting in that throne. That is what you have your eyes set on now, and your heart set on. All right, hearts ablaze, hearts afire. Now you do have the Emperor. Amazing. Now, 2 things here. One, well, this card is attributed to what you can expect in terms of what you need to surrender, okay? Because remember, Saturn and Neptune is happening, they're going retrograde at the time of the new moon, during the weeks, the months that follow, all right? So Saturn retrograde until November, Neptune retrograde until December. Now, when they go retrograde together, remember, they're in Pisces, in your 4th house of home, of family, all right? Of your domestic sector. So when they get retrograde, they're going to come back. All right. Remember, I said in your monthly forecast, they're saying, listen, Sagittarius, I'm taking a nap. We're taking a nap, but we're coming back, and we want to know what you've learned. We want to know what you've learned. What are the life lessons you learned? Saturn, karma. What are the karmic lessons you've learned? Okay. Neptune retrograde in Pisces. That's a big deal. All right. Neptune, remember what I said, illusion, delusion, confusion, escapism. A lot of that could come up. So it's you taking, really understanding, you being your authentic self, cutting through that fog that Neptune brings, okay? Being your authentic self. And Neptune going retrograde is, some reality checks, right? Staying grounded, okay? So this is going to be really big because you got the Emperor. And so this is you. And the Emperor is this is divine masculine. This is mastery of self. This is mastery of self. Okay. So anything that doesn't make you feel confident sitting in this throne, let it go. All right. You've got so much power. You've got so much power. Recognize it during this time. Recognize it during this time as you go through this big transformation. You see a lot of wisdom here. You see he is very knowledgeable. Okay. Also, this is someone who's got this. He's got the world in his hand. He's got the Egyptian Ankh in his other hand. This driving life force. He's got the red cape for passion and power. All right. Cloak was what I was trying to say. But what I really love about this is you also see that you see the armor underneath it. So he's protected. He's protected. You're protected, Sagittarius. But the thing is, this is the father archetype. Okay. This is so in a masculine way, that energy. All right. So taking care of family, taking care of business. All right. He lays down the laws. And so again, a lot of family energy here, but letting those things go that do not serve you well. All right. Do not serve your story. This is someone who is the author of his story. So let those things go that you realize, like, okay, if I'm going to come into my power, I've got to let this go. I've got to let this go because I'm coming into a lot of power now. When I say you're coming into a lot of power, it's because you got the sun as well. Holy cow. This is attributed to what you can expect with the full moon in Cancer, the corresponding full moon in Cancer that's happening January 13th, 2025. And I know that seems such a long time away, but wow, it's already mid year. I mean, this is crazy, but you just got the sun. You just got the sun. This is optimism, abundance, opportunity. This is wisdom. This is victory as well. This is that innocence. This is freedom. Okay, so there's a lot here that is indicating you're going to be in this excellent place. You're going to be in this excellent place. All right. As long as you put those energies toward it. I mean, but you are absolutely great. You're absolutely great here. This is really nice. Okay. This is really nice. Now, what's really interesting is that one thing I want you to know, if some of y'all are here for money, by the way, because remember you have that 8th house activated, don't forget that this new moon in Cancer is happening. It's flanked by 2 Saturn-ruled full moons in Capricorn. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up, because when we do get to that full moon in Cancer, the opposite sign, right? In January, we're going to be in Capricorn season, and that time of the full moon in Cancer, the sun will be trining Uranus. All right. So there's that sense of, like I said, freedom, that breakthrough. There's going to be this big breakthrough and shift. Okay. And Mars is actually very harmonious with Uranus at that time, and Neptune, by the way. So really, really big, because Capricorn does rule your 2nd house of money, salary, income, finances. So really, really nice. And self-worth and self-value. All right. That's the 2nd house matters. Look at all this power. You got the King of Wands and the Emperor, 2 people sitting in these thrones, 2 people sitting in these thrones with their crowns. All right. You're good. Sagittarius, you're amazing. I'm very excited for you. I'm very excited for you. And thank you so much. All right. Bye-bye. All right, Capricorn, I love this new moon for you. This new moon in Cancer, obviously your opposite sign. This is your 7th house, partnerships and relationships. Now, you could really feel something solidifying here, something harmonizing here. You could feel something brewing around this time, because remember, throughout this week, we've got some really great aspects that are going to have some influence around this time as well, especially Mercury trining Neptune, and you've got Venus trining Saturn. Remember, Saturn is your ruling planet, and so that's very supportive. Remember, Saturn is being very supportive during this new moon in Cancer. So those are lovely vibes. Those are absolutely amazing vibes, and very transformative, especially when you think about just Mercury trining Neptune alone. There's got to be some communication here. There's got to be some communication here. It could be really deep. It could be on this intense level. Now, there could be something with money matters around this time. So if you are here for career, there could be something forming with it in terms of your profession and work as well, because Mercury has moved into Leo in your 8th house, and there is that intensity with the eighth house, but it is transformation. It's also shared resources. There could be investments here, really big investments that pay off. There could be something with loans. There could be something with inheritance as well, but this is really big. Also, remember, that's intimacy, so you could be having a lot of talks that are really intimate here. But then you've got Venus trining Saturn just a few days before as well. Absolutely amazing. Remember, Venus is also in Cancer in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. That's what Venus is. Venus is love. It's relationships. It's also money. All right. Also money. So you see that there could be a lot of money conversations around this time. There could be something here brewing in terms of work and career, but also, again, love. Wherever you want to put that energy, where you're manifesting, where you're setting those intentions. Remember, this is a new cycle where you do want to set intentions. But again, with these new moons, a lot of things just organically happen for you, but you want to be the author of your story here. You want to be part of your story here. Now, one last thing I don't want you to forget is that, remember, this new moon in Cancer is flanked by the full moons in your sign. Okay, we just had one. We have another one coming up in July. And so remember, that's rare. All right. So you're going through some really big changes. You're going through some really big shifts. All right. There is a lot happening for you, Capricorn. A lot happening for you. Now, one thing I also want to bring up, because a lot of, and I'm mentioning this in everyone's signs, okay? We can't forget that Mercury is going to be opposite Pluto. This is going to happen 2 days before the new moon in Cancer. Really interesting energy here. Mercury being in Leo, Pluto being in Aquarius, 2 fixed signs. So there is a little bit of like, Okay, now the other thing here, remember what I said, Mercury and Leo in your 8th house. Okay, now Pluto and Aquarius, your 2nd house. So this is the 2 money houses of the zodiac wheel. So there really could be some sort of squeeze in terms of finances, money. And I'm not saying anything, it's Mercury. So it's more about communication, right? More about communication here. So just be, willing to compromise around this time. Mercury opposite Pluto, you would definitely feel it may be like that no one's budging in a conversation, especially if it has to do with money, but it also does not have to do with money. All right, because the 8th house, remember what I said, transformation, that's death and rebirth. Okay, we're talking about this Pluto ruled house, but then Pluto being in Aquarius in your 2nd house, self-worth and self-value. So there could be something here about your confidence. There could be something here where someone could be saying something to you like, oh, you can't grow that beanstalk, whatever it is. Listen, don't just clear out the noise. Just remember, be graceful in every situation, but also, to be honest, this is your transformation. This is your personal transformation. So have it, okay? Have it. But again, a lot of people can be very opinionated here. You do you, Capricorn, all right? A lot of people could also be very smart alecky with, this, you may feel it here. And if that arises, remember, if people are, they're gathered at the water cooler and you look over and they look over at you, just smile, just give a little wave, okay? Like just be cool. Don't get dug into that. And I say that because we're talking about Pluto here, the underworld. There could be some secrets coming up. There could be some things coming to the surface as well. All right, so just remember, handle all these things with grace. Remember, Mercury opposite Pluto is for the collective, so it also could be you, Capricorn. You could be revealing secrets. There could be some things that are happening in that regard. You could really get Pink Panther-y here. You could really get Inspector Gadget here. You may want to divulge or uncover some secrets around this time. Remember, just be cool, stay frosty, let karma work its magic because you don't want to get in a situation where it's just like you're at a stalemate with someone and it just gets into this energy. All right, so I'll just should anything happen around this time, just remember, I just always think Jimmy said be cool, stay frosty, you're gonna be fine. All right, just remember, this is a week of love. This is a week of love and home and family and relationships. So feel that energy and let this energy of the new moon in Cancer in the 7th house of partnerships and relationships brew into something beautiful and brilliant. All right, so Capricorn, let's see what's going on for you. Let's see what's going on for you for the week of for the new moon in Cancer. And of course, we will talk a little bit more about some of these aspects that are influencing it, but let's see what's going on for you, Capricorn, for the new moon in Cancer, for Capricorn rising, Capricorn moon. Okay, so Capricorn, let's see what is going on for y'all. Capricorn new, that flipped over. We're going to use that as a clarifier for the spread. Okay. I got to feel it, Capricorn. I got to feel it. All right, so I feel it, Capricorn. Let's get started. So I'm doing a 4-card spread, and it is going to, but we're going to go really deep because they all are going to be attributed to something a little bigger. Okay, so, oh yeah, you're good. You're good. You're definitely going to feel that squeeze, but this is you standing your ground. This is a card where it's all about resilience. It's all about saying, like, listen, I've gone through some things, and Capricorn, you have, okay, with that full moon in your sign, the same time that Saturn, your ruling planet's gone retrograde, Neptune's going retrograde, you've got another full moon in your sign, so good for you, okay? Good for you. This is a card of not giving up. This is a card of saying, listen, I've gone through the ringer. Y'all put me through the ringer, but bring it on. Keep it coming. I can take it. You can't break, I'm a Chumbawamba song. You can't break me down. This is that. All right. So you're really great here because look at this. Your major arcana. This could be a big new moon for you. This is going to be a really big new moon for you. Wow. 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 All right. Let's get started. You got the Hierophant. Really nice here. All right. Really nice. This card is attributed to what you can expect for the week of the new moon in Cancer. Remember, I said there's a lot of other energies that are happening during this week. All right. A lot of aspects that are happening this week for you. Neptune being very, very active here, but you got the Hierophant. Very interesting. Remember, Saturn and Neptune are in Pisces in your third house of communication. Okay. Of communication. Now you got the Hierophant, this big leader. You got a big leader here. All right. So big leader full of wisdom, this deep sacred knowledge that he's got. And this is a very spiritual card, but it's also a card of leadership because, hey, you see the two monks here? It's the first card in the major arcana where other people appear other than the main figure. Okay. How can you lead if there's nobody to lead? So this is you really powering up, getting into that, your cardinal side. Y'all listen, y'all know leadership. So it looks like there is going to be this sense of like, I've got things to say. Gotta say them. There's a lot of things that you're thinking about that are, spiritually driven as well. Now, the Hierophant also loves structure, y'all love that too. Organization. There could be some, groups involved here as well. A lot of it could be family energy. Remember, the Hierophant is Taurus, attributed to Taurus. Remember, Taurus does rule your fifth house. Okay, so that is like family. That's children. It's what brings you pleasure, what brings you joy as well. So you could be seen as this big leader around this time through this week. Okay. It's also recreation. So groups like, if you belong to the knitting club of Dallas, Texas. Okay. It's like everyone's going to see you like, show me how to knit this. You know what I mean? Like there is just going to be this quality that you're going to feel, especially remember with these full moons in Capricorn. Anyway, there is like a lot illuminated for you and you're coming into your power in a really big way. Now, especially because it's a very transformative time for you. Now, you also got the Temperance. This card is attributed to what you can expect for the new moon in Cancer. All right. Remember that new moon in Cancer is all about emotions and feelings, a lot of home energy, but for you, a lot of partnership energy. Okay. And it can be, like I said, work. It can be love, wherever that energy exists for you. But this is absolutely amazing. Okay. Remember, there is that balance you want to have, that's moderation. So listen, temperance literally means self-restraint. So knowing that everything that is happening for you, everything that you are investing in, it's going to work out. It's going to work out. So this card, this Archangel here, Archangel Michael, is saying, everything's gonna be fine. There's no need to worry. There's no need to stress. Actually, ask yourself, when was the last time that stressing about something, worrying about something, did anything good for me at all? Okay. Everyone is on their path. Everyone's on a path. All right. You're gonna get there. Okay. So if you feel that you are stressed about something, or there is something like you're just like, rah, rah, right? Why don't you think about when you get to the finish line, when you get to your abundance, okay, which is in the present. So we'll talk about that. I'll talk about that like a live stream or something, but you're already in it. Imagine yourself there. Imagine how good that feels. Open up that heart energy. Remember, a lot of heart energy with this new moon in Cancer, but this is absolutely amazing. Okay. Now it's also really interesting here. There is that flow of life. It's like that river of life. Okay. And so just remember, there is that flow energetically. That is something that's coming up for you. Also indicated in this card as well. You can see, by the way, the Archangel pouring between the cups, right? So that's what I'm talking about, that balance and that easiness. Okay. You take two cups and you go like, splish, splash, splash. Doesn't really work. You got to have that balance. You got to have that flow, that easy, gentle flow. Okay. All this knowledge, this is really, and emotions. Remember all this water here. You got the foot in the water. You got the foot in the land as well. Okay. Merging what's possible, what's real. This is really great. All right. So have that balance, even mind, body, spirit, moderation as in also think about the things that aren't serving you well. That's going to be a big thing for you this time as well. But this is, again, very, very, very nice. And it's going to be this time for you to really have this almost like this evolution, this ascension, which I really, really love for you. Now, you also got the Chariot. Absolutely amazing. This card is attributed to what you can leave behind, what you can surrender, because remember, during the time of the new moon, Saturn has already gone retrograde. Neptune is going retrograde 3 days before the new moon. All right. Remember, I've talked about this, I think it was 2 weeks ago, in length, in detail. Neptune going retrograde, Neptune being at 29 degrees, very significant, a critical degree here. All right. So Saturn going retrograde until November, Neptune going retrograde until December. So these two planets going retrograde in Pisces at the same time. Okay. In the same time, they're going to sleep. So I mentioned this as well. They're looking at you, Capricorn. They say, Capricorn, I'm going to bed. We're going to take a really, really big nap, but we're coming back and we want to see your report. What have you learned while we were asleep? What are the life lessons karmically as well? Remember, Saturn is karma. All right. We've given you tests. Did you pass the test? Neptune going retrograde. Remember, that's reality checks. That's you having all these reality checks because Neptune can bring illusion, delusion, confusion, escapism. So have you been your authentic self? What have you let go to be your authentic self? Now, with the Chariot here, wow. First, the Chariot is attributed to Cancer, as I mentioned in the intro. All right. In the intro. So this is really great. So what are those aspects that don't bring you that confidence? What are those aspects that are low energy frequencies that he's leaving every obstacles behind, every single obstacle. So what are those obstacles that you may feel are present that you are mastering now? And you're saying, boom. Okay. You're staying in the past. I've thrown you in the Mariana Trenches. You stay down there. All right. So that's what this is. All right. So continue to move forward with the Chariot here. Oh my goodness. Coming after Temperance. Remember, we talked about that balance. The Chariot, you see the two Sphinxes here, right? We're talking duality. They're going opposite direction. It doesn't even matter. Doesn't matter where they go. You're in control. Okay. You're in control, Capricorn. You get to determine what you're going to leave behind, what you are going to surrender. What are the life lessons that you've learned? Okay. This actually, the Chariot, card 7. All right. So think about the journey through the major arcana. So you even see he's got the Magician's baton. You see that he got the moon, the crescent moon, like on his shoulders from the High Priestess, card 2, the Lingam and the Yoni here from the Lover's card. So he's learning through his journey. So a lot of it's like learning what's fueling me. That willpower. All right. That willpower. I really love this. Now, lastly, you've got the Eight of Wands. So you can expect things to just boom. This card is attributed to the full moon in Cancer that's corresponding with this new moon that's going to happen January 13th, 2025. I know that seems light years away, but listen, we're already midway through through 2024. Wow, things are going to happen fast. So things that you are setting intentions for, you can expect them to, wow, just whoosh, things are going to happen for you, especially because it's going to be your birthday season, all right, around that time or in that time. The other thing is actually the sun will be trining Uranus. The sun will be trining Uranus. Let me look at my notes here on that full moon. Okay. And so the sun is actually going to be in your sign. So Uranus is all about those breakthroughs. Look at the wands, your passions, your ambitions, your creativity as well. Even work related if you're here for work. Wow. Amazing. Look at them all aligned, everything aligning for you by that time. This is absolutely amazing. And remember, it doesn't even mean like on that day. It's from the point forward with this new moon in Cancer. All right. So a lot of alignment, a lot of things happening for you. This is really great. And what I was saying is Sun trying to Uranus. So again, that's breakthroughs. That's happening during that full moon in Cancer. Mars is going to be very harmonious around that time. Mars is going to be retrograde. We'll talk about that when we get to January 2025. Again, that's going to be right around the corner. But Mars is also really harmonious with Neptune as well as Uranus. Mars is exalted in your side. Anyway, this is gonna be amazing. Thanks. So actually, Mars will be in Cancer at that time too, by the way. So interesting, right? Interesting. So there is still going to be that partnership energy when we get to January. So anyway, this is really great. Just don't give up. Okay. I know, I know that you want your Capricorns. This is just saying, have that perseverance. Okay. Have that perseverance because you may have been going through some, but look at how great this is. Wow. You're good. You're absolutely good. Thanks so much, Capricorn. All right. Y'all are amazing. All right. Thank you so much. All right, Aquarius, this is going to be an exciting week, a very dynamic week with the new moon in Cancer. Okay, this new moon in Cancer is going to be in your 6th house. Very interesting, right? Very interesting because the sixth house is everyday activities. It's work is part of that. Okay, your daily routines, work. I wouldn't be surprised. Some of y'all getting new jobs. Some of y'all doing something with work. Maybe hiring employees. Maybe starting your own business. It's a great time. Remember, I said plant seeds. Plant seeds to make things happen, okay? But honestly, like looking at what's going on for y'all, something you could just get some opportunities too, okay? Sixth house is also health, fitness, wellness. You could be thinking about new routines in that as well, starting something up in that capacity. And I would not be surprised if some of y'all get some pets, okay? Some new pets coming into the household. Now, key word is household because new moon in Cancer. Remember, the Cancer is the native ruler of the fourth house, right? Home, family, a lot of that energy around home, okay? Your domestic sector. You would know all about that with the fact that you've had a lot of activity there. You had Jupiter there in Taurus in your fourth house for an entire year, all right, for an entire year. But hey, why don't we go all the way back to when Uranus moved into Taurus, your ruling planet, your modern ruler, moved into your fourth house in 2018. You've had so much happening there. Did you move? Did you move? Raise your hand if you did not move because you're not an Aquarius or an Aquarius rising. I'm just joking. I moved twice, y'all. I think I've said this in some of y'all's readings, but you see that there may be some really significant home stuff here. There really could be some things. Now, the other thing is, wow, okay, you've got... Listen, remember we had Mercury trine Saturn last week, the week before the new moon in Cancer? There's stuff happening here because now we got Venus trining Saturn. Remember that, okay? So this is a big deal. This is kind of significant. You could have heard some great news with money. There could have been something money matters. Think about it, okay? Could have come like from family, actually. Family, Mercury having been in Gemini at that point, your fifth house. So something with love, a lot of love there, love, relationships, something that you enjoy. Still like family or children or parents. Just think there could have been something there. Second house is also self-worth, self-value. So you could have gotten a message about something about your self-worth, self-value that made you feel a lot more confident, or you could have been thinking about something around that time. But this is going to be a significant week, okay? Remember, Mercury will be trining Neptune, which is also with Saturn in Pisces in your second house of money, all right? So money, salary, income, finances. But again, if you are not here for money, if you are Elijah Wood, Harry Styles, any other Aquarius, Ellen, whoever, thinking about, like you already got money. You already got money. If you're not, money's not on your mind, then yeah, it's all about what brings you value, the value that you bring to things. You may have a lot of focus on that, okay? Mercury moving into Leo, really fired up, okay? You are definitely, Mercury is fun in Leo. Mercury's really fun in Leo. Venus is about to move into Leo too. Wait for that. We're going to talk about that next week. Mercury in Leo. Wow. That's really, really amped up energy. Leo rules your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. Okay. So a lot of conversations. It could be work. It could be love. This is really big. Okay. Remember that this is going to be a big time. You could feel a lot more confidence in the way that you're expressing yourself. You could be very expressive. But communication could be really amped up in this really fun way for you. I really, really am excited. And then Venus moving into Venus trining Saturn. Wow. So all of this is happening just days before the new moon in Cancer. So it's going to have an effect. It's going to have a little bit of an influence here. Venus trining Saturn is such a big deal. This is such a big deal. And remember what I said in your monthly forecast, that this is something where you can feel a stabilization, something building, something solidifying in terms of relationships, something that you're committing to. Okay. Venus is love, romance, but also money in your house of money. Oh, yeah, that's big. Okay, so really love that. And remember, the sun is going to trine Saturn next week. So we're really building up to that. I love this. On July 3rd, this is 2 days before the new moon in Cancer, Mercury will be opposite Pluto. Now, this may affect you a little bit more than the other signs because Mercury's in Leo, Pluto's in your sign. These are two fixed signs. So remember, Mercury's communication here, okay? This is your opposite sign here. There could be something here with a partnership relationship where, there may be a little bit of compromise that you may want to do here around this time. People can be really opinionated around this type of aspect. It could be also a feeling of like, no one's budging. Did you ever see Austin Powers when he's in the car and he's like, kind of like that kind of energy? People could also be a little, in addition to being like opinionated, a little smart alecky around this time, but also Pluto is the underworld. So remember that. Okay. We're talking 8th house matters here. So there could be this, secrets coming out. All right. Secrets coming out. It could even be you. Remember, this is for the collective, but also Pluto's in your sign. So you could be revealing something around this time as well. But you could even be wanting to go deeper, wanting to go deeper beneath the surface here, because there is that sense of like, let me draw this mystery out. What is this? Let me draw this out here. Okay, so very Pink Panther, Inspector Gadget. Did you listen? This is just definitely going to be a time where, because it is overlapping that new moon in Cancer, you don't want it to get in the way of all this intentions that you're setting and all, all the great stuff that's coming with this new moon. But I'm just giving you a heads up. All right. So remember, in any situation, if you feel that you're in a situation where you're like, and you want to, just be, remember, just remember Jimmy said, be cool, stay frosty. All right. And you're going to be fine. And remember, it can have to do with a partnership or a relationship. And it could be, work related. It could be like a colleague or a boss, or, it can also do with, love and romance. But let's get to it. Okay. Let's see what's going on for you for this new moon in Cancer for Aquarius rising, Aquarius moon. All right, so Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, let's see. Aquarius, Team Aquarius, how are y'all doing? I hope that you're having a wonderful summer, winter in the Southern Hemisphere. And wow, what a way to kick off this new moon. I'm doing a 4-card spread here. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so yeah, you're going to have a lot in your mind. You're going to have to let a lot go. You're going to have to let up here, okay? All right, but everything else is absolutely wonderful. Holy moly. Holy guacamole. All right. So, hello, you got the Lovers. So yeah, when I'm talking about partnerships, relationships, boom, there you go. This card is actually attributed to the week of the new moon in Cancer, because there's so much happening here. Remember, there's a lot of aspects that are going to, overlap with the new moon, influence the new moon. And then you just got the Lovers. Hello. This is absolutely amazing. Don't forget, this is a big time for you in terms of love. And it started when Jupiter moved into Gemini in your 5th house of love. Okay. That happened back in May. And so, it's going to be there for an entire year until June, actually, 2025. You just got the Lovers card attributed to Gemini. So remember what I said, Venus trining Saturn. So great. So great. Mercury moving into Leo, your 7th house, partnerships, relationships. Leo is that big heart energy. Leo is a native ruler of the 5th house. All right. So this is going to be pretty big. All right. So you could find yourself really moved. Okay, a lot of love energy here. You see Archangel Raphael, the healer, here as well, and he's the one that's gifting the love. So this is a lot of power, because these two here have that power. You have that power of choice. What to do with this love? Do I want to accept this love? Do I want to move this love? Do I want to take this love to a whole other level? This is also self-love, self-acceptance. Remember, you've got Saturn and Neptune and Pisces in your 2nd house anyway. Was that self-value that I was talking about? This is beautiful. Look at all that sun here. Optimism, abundance, vitality, health. Really, really nice. This is really great. So there could be some partnership, relationship. And again, it can be career for you. If you're here for career, it can be a career matter. There's something forming, like I said, okay? There's something stabilizing. There's movement, okay? There is going to be some commitment energy with Venus trining Saturn. And then remember, you have the Sun trining Saturn later, but there you go, Aquarius. This is amazing. All right, so listen, you just got the Ace of Cups. This card is attributed to the actual new moon. What to expect with the new moon, all right? What to even focus on with the new moon. What seeds to plant, all of that. You're good. Okay. You're absolutely good. You got the Ace of Cups. This is the card. It's the Ace of Cups. It's the look at that. It's the Holy Grail. That's the Holy Grail. We call this card the Heart of Tarot. You see the 5 streams, all your senses overflowing. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. A lot of love energy here. That's what cups are. Love, emotions, feelings, even relationships. Okay. Aces usher in that new change, the day of the new moon in Cancer. Wow. This is really big. Okay. So there could be something that's happening emotionally fulfilling, and it could be, especially coming after the Lovers card, something that has to do with love and relationships, some sort of commitment. Okay. And it could even just be something's coming into your life around this time. All right. That's really, really, really absolutely nice. 1000% nice. This is rapturous energy here with the Ace of Cups. Okay. This is really great. Okay. So the Ace of Cups, by the way, just expect with this new moon in Cancer, something new to start blossoming and growing for you in this beautiful way. And a lot of it can just, like I said, some things could just organically be happening around this time. Now, you got the 9 of Swords. All right. So this card is attributed to, and this is why it's not such a bad thing, but it's just like up here, you got to let some things go. This is attributed to what you have to let go, what you have to surrender, because this card is attributed to Saturn and Neptune going retrograde at the same time. Now, Saturn's already gone retrograde right now, but a few days later on July 2nd, Neptune will go retrograde too. Why does that matter? Well, they're both in Pisces. Okay. They're both in Pisces in your second house. If there's anything that you are maybe like over analyzing things or over worrying or feeling anxious, anything that has to do with money, finances, or even your, the way that you feel about yourself, like self-worth, self-value. Look at him with the, hands over the face here. You have to ask him, like, what's wrong? Did someone do something bad to you? Did you do something bad to someone? Are you grieving something? Are you mourning something? But even like he can't get out of bed. And so you've got to, the whole point is to take these swords out one by one. Surrender. Remember, the swords are the mental suit. They're the air suit. It's all up here. Okay. So keep that in mind that with Saturn going retrograde, by the way, Saturn is life lessons. Saturn is going to retrograde until November. Neptune, which is going retrograde at a critical degree, 29 degrees. I've talked about this, I think 2 weeks ago, if you want to delve more into what Neptune retrograde means at 29 degrees being at a critical degree. That is big reality checks. Okay. Really big reality checks. Remember, I said Neptune can bring that illusion, delusion, confusion, escapism, right? And so Neptune going retrograde and with Saturn going retrograde, they're going to sleep. They're coming back in November and December, and they're going to say, hey, we went to bed. We left you alone for a little bit, but now we want to see your report. What have you learned? What are the life lessons you learned from a karmic level? Remember, Saturn is karma. All right. So what have you learned karmically during this time about your self-worth, about your self-value, about, what's bringing you confidence? Secondly, what have you learned? Are you your authentic self? Have you been doing escapism? Have you been doing like chasing things that you realize like, okay, that probably isn't like who I am, being involved in this. So I'm just going to be my authentic self. Okay. This is what Neptune wants. All right. So just remember a lot of this, you just could be in your head a lot. All right. So surrender those things that are not serving you. Okay. That is just taking up too much headspace. That's what you've got to surrender here. All right. And it really could have to do with another person. If you look at like the progression here, first of all, that it already indicates it. Secondly, this card, Nine of Swords, which is a Gemini card, by the way. So it could be something that has to do with love. It could have to do with, everything that has to do with the fifth house that I mentioned earlier. And so it could even be like creativity blocks. There could be some things that, because y'all are so creative, right? Aquarians, the geniuses, the inventors, the innovators. There could be some things that you have to like, again, just, it's taking up too much headspace and, you're not being your creative self, but there is some letting go. There's got to be like, okay, this I've worked on this, and this is something that I've worked on, and I don't want to take this with me in this next cycle. So those, by the by the end of the year, you're going to go up to Saturn and Neptune and say, here's my report. All right, it's 500 pages long. I know who I am. I'm my authentic self. You got this. You got this. All right. So just keep that in mind. Now, oh my goodness, this is so crazy. Okay. And the reason why this is so crazy is because you just got the Four of Cups attributed to what you can expect with a corresponding full moon in Cancer, January 13th, 2025. Now, I know that seems like a long time away. It's not. Listen, we're mid-year. We're mid-year. Who saw that coming? It feels like it was January yesterday. Now, here's the thing. Four of Cups just happens to be attributed to moon in Cancer. So, with a new moon in Cancer, with a full moon in Cancer, this is all about raising your gratitude. I say this card is a test. So there is going to be likely you've got things. You got 3 cups in front of you. There's another one coming your way. But look at his reaction. Okay. Look at his reaction. Arms crossed, crossing off his heart. So during that time of the full moon, the corresponding full moon in Cancer that's happening in January, right before your birthday season, there's going to be something that you may have to test. It's testing your gratitude. It's testing your gratitude. Okay. So it's just saying, open up your heart and be grateful for the things that you do have in your life at that point. Okay. And this is doing all that work. Okay. That emotional fulfillment. There's got to be something there and think about the heart. Okay. I talk about energy all the time. I'm just going to do a little quick. Everything's made of energy. We all vibrate at a certain frequency. Now, when you vibrate at a high frequency, that does something physiologically to your heart. Okay. Well, I'll do a second video. I'll do another video on this energy. But it like hermetic principles. It's vibrations, frequencies. It's quantum physics too. It's science. So anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna even clarify that one for you. You're good. Okay, so you do that, have that moment. And this card, by the way, the Four of Cups, is associated with like boredom and apathy as well. So there could be something there like by January, like, okay, I'm bored with this and no. But you raise that frequency. You're grateful for everything. You got a roof over your head. You got Netflix. You got pretzels. You know what I mean? Like there you go. There you go. It's all about the heart. It's all about the heart. Okay. Heart, mind, body, spirit, all of it added together. And then you got the Six of Pentacles here, which is really, really great. All right. So the Six of Pentacles, very nice that you got the Six of Pentacles. This is all about gratitude and generosity. And so you see what comes through. A lot of support. Okay. Financial support if you're seeking that. Okay. But it could be you that's raised at such a high frequency, you're the one that's supporting others. Okay. Now you even see the scale there. So it really brings that balance. Okay. And it is that balance. And I've said this before. I think I've said this recently because I think that you've gotten it recently, the Six of Pentacles. It's a time where coming with a Four of Cups, really asking, am I giving, and not getting anything at all? Or am I waiting to receive and not giving anything? Okay. Or I'm sorry, not getting anything at all. So giving, not getting anything at all, or waiting to receive and not giving. Okay. So there you go. That is so crazy. You got the Six of Pentacles because there is that balance once you raise that frequency, once you answer that question, and once you have that balance. Okay. That balance of gratitude, that generosity. But this is really, really, really telling. And I say that because when we get to that full moon in Cancer in January the 13th, it's going to be very interesting for you. All right. It is Mars going to be retrograde in Cancer at that time. That is going to be your 6th house. And we'll talk. I'll do an extra video. I'm going to do another video because Mars retrograde is such a big thing. And I haven't done a video on Mars retrograde. And Mars is going to start retrograding, I think in December. So I'll probably do it in November or maybe even October. But what I'm trying to say is the full moon in Cancer, that's going to happen at that time. Mars is going to be active. Mars is actually going to be very harmonious. Okay. Mars is going to be harmonious with Neptune and even Uranus, and the sun is going to be trining Uranus at that time. It's very interesting. We're going to be in Capricorn season. Okay. And so what else is happening around that full moon? So Anyway, just keep that in mind. Yeah, the sun is going to be trining Uranus, and Uranus again is your ruling planet, and so there really could be something. It's coming back to that fourth house energy. Uranus being in Taurus, and that fourth house energy. So a lot of home matters, family matters. There could be something there. You've got so much activity happening there, which is very interesting. But then Capricorn rules your 12th house, so it's up here. It's up here. It's all, the 12th house is everything beyond the physical plane. It's spirituality. It's healing. Okay. It's healing. It's intuition as well. This is spiritual wealth, by the way. All right. So this is really great during that time, that 12th house energy. All right. It's spirituality is part of it as well. So one other thing that the 12th house is self-sabotage, lives in the 12th house. So that could be something here where it's like, you're not accepting something that's coming to you, okay? And it's something that could open up your heart. So keep that in mind. But like once you do, like you're good. You're absolutely good. This is an amazing card. And again, money and wealth here as well, if you're here for that. All right. So thanks so much, Aquarius. All right. Hello. And set intentions. All right. Y'all are amazing. All right. I'll see y'all soon. All right, Pisces, I love this new moon for you. This new moon in Cancer is going to be in your 5th house, and 5th house is pleasure. It's joy, it's romance, it's love, it's relationships. So look at the overlap with this new moon in Cancer, what Cancer rules, okay? The, emotions and love and family and home. So this is really nice because the 5th house also rules family, children as well. It's creativity, it's self-expression, it's even procreation. Remember, I said even with Venus sextiling or trining Saturn, which is even nicer, a lot of y'all may be thinking about that. Especially when you consider the fact that you have Jupiter and Gemini as well in your 4th house. There could be some expansion. A lot of y'all could be thinking about having kids around this time, or having kids or someone in your family that it really could be a thing. Okay, even this expansion, some of y'all may be moving to a bigger place that to accommodate that. But either way, this is absolutely amazing. There could be some new recreation you take up too. Remember, the 5th house is all about create. It's create. Remember, it's creativity. It's procreation. It's recreation. It's create. All right. So some of y'all could be really into handball and start doing handball, whatever it is. This is a beautiful new moon for you. Okay. The fact that it's in Cancer, your BFF, fellow water sign. I love this. Okay. The other thing is, remember, the week of the new moon in Cancer, a lot happening. There's a lot of aspects that are overlapping, that are influencing this new moon. That is really, really nice, especially the fact that Mercury will be trining Neptune. Okay, so this is really nice. Remember, Neptune is in your sign. Okay, so really, really, just a lot of you having these really big moments. Okay, really big moments, especially thinking about your future could be a big thing here. And the other thing is, Mercury will be moving into Leo. Leo rules your 6th house of everyday activities, routines, also, and even like habits and whatnot, but even work. The 6th house is work, a lot of work activity here. There could be something with work here that really is moving for you around this time. Health is a big part of the 6th house as well. Okay, so Mercury in Leo is really this dynamic, fun energy. It's very expressive. Okay, very, very expressive. So use this time. The other thing that's happening that I mentioned is Venus will be trining Saturn. Remember, Saturn is also in your sign, Pisces. So when I say this is a big new moon for you, this is a really big week for you, this is going to be really special. Remember, Venus is in Cancer, so Venus already rules love and romance and whatnot. It's in your 5th house of love. All right, so I love, speaking of love, I think I said that in your monthly forecast too. I love this new moon for you. I absolutely love this new moon for you. Venus trining Saturn, there is a sense of something, commitment energy. There's this commitment energy, this long-term goal energy, something solidifying, something really forming now, all right? Stabilizing your life, some sort of commitment, all right? Because remember, as I mentioned in your monthly forecast, we are, not only is Saturn very supportive through this week and supportive through this new moon in Cancer, but also Saturn will trine the sun eventually, okay, the week after. I think it's July 10th. So really, really take advantage of this new moon in Cancer. So let's see what's going on. Oh, one other thing. I've been mentioning this in every sign, okay? Mercury will be opposite Pluto. So remember, Mercury is in Leo at this point. Pluto's in Aquarius, two fixed signs. So it's an opposition. This is a time where you just want to have a little bit of compromise. This is going to happen just 2 days before the new moon. So you may feel this opposition like during, the new moon's happening over the weekend. You may feel it like through this time over the weekend. It may be just a conversation that you're having where nobody's budging. People can be very stubborn, opinionated around this time. All right. Keep that in mind. Now, Mercury and Leo in your 6th house, Pluto and Aquarius in your 12th house. There could be something here that really stirs you spiritually, okay? Or something that really, happens where you go really deep into the subconscious. The 12th house is also self-sabotage. It's hidden enemies as well. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because this is Mercury opposite Pluto. There could be some secrets coming about. You could learn something about someone, all right? This is a time where, again, you just want to be graceful in any situation, especially Mercury at play here, all about communication. People could be a little smart alecky, all right? This is Mercury opposite Pluto for the collective. It could also be you. And that's why I'm saying, just be graceful, just be cool. Remember, if there's something, this is a lot of, you may be trusting your intuition a lot, but there also may be a sense of speaking something when your gut is saying, oh, I shouldn't be saying this, or even thinking something that is in a way that is self-sabotaging. So just remember, be your authentic self and trust your intuition, and you are going to be absolutely fine. And remember, with the fact that secrets could come up around this time, it could also be, we're talking about Pluto here, the underworld, a lot of mystery, right? So it could even be you really digging into some mysteries here, digging into things going beyond the surface, getting all Pink Panther. So keep that in mind. This could be a time for you where it can be something that has to do with, remember, Mercury and Leo being in your 6th house. So something with health or work or even pets are part of the 6th house. But the biggest thing, like everyday activities. So keep that in mind. Just remember, if something does come up, just remember, Jimmy said, stay cool, be frosty. You're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. I'm going to be my authentic self. I'm going to let karma work its magic. So let's see what's going on for you, Pisces, for this week. Again, a wonderful week. A wonderful week with all those amazing aspects and this beautiful new moon in Cancer. Really going to be nice for you. All right, so let's see what's going on for you, Pisces. All right, for the new moon in Cancer for Pisces, Pisces rising, Pisces moon. All right, so Pisces. All right. I gotta feel it. Pisces. I'm doing a 4-card spread here, but each card, we're gonna get deep because it all represents some big things here. All right, so, wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, you get a mic drop, and you're good. Look at this. Oh my diddly days. Okay, so let's get started. You got the Ace of Swords. All right, so this card is attributed to what you can expect during the week of the new moon in Cancer, because there's so many high energy, so many aspects that are happening. And you got the Ace of Swords. You got the Ace of Swords the week of the new moon in Cancer. All right, so yeah, there's some big things, big breakthroughs happening for you, especially up here. All right, remember, swords are the mental suit, the air suit, a lot up here that's going on, but this is the Ace of Swords. This is the biggest sword in the deck. This is a lot of power. This is a lot of victory. You see that crown. You also see the laurel wreath. So something that's coming up for me is there's a sense of peace for something that's coming through. A lot of you coming into your power, especially the way that you are speaking, the way that you are thinking. Contracts, something, remember, with Venus trining Saturn, that's already going to be a big thing for you with that commitment energy, which is very nice. But this is really, really great. All right. So there could be something new that's coming in terms of ideas as well. This really big breakthrough in ideas, some big energy here with the Ace of Swords. I love this for you. Now, you also got the Chariot. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. So if you saw the intro, the Chariot is Cancer. And so this card is attributed to the new moon in Cancer and what you can expect with a new moon in Cancer. You're good. You're good. You're moving forward. You're moving forward. Listen, this is all about that willpower. This is all that confidence. This is leaving anything behind you know that's not serving you well, okay? Not serving you well. You're just like, okay, these are obstacles that I'm just going to leave in the past because they're not part of my path to enlightenment. But this is also learning a lot as you go as well with a charioteer here. So I love this. Oh my goodness. So there could be a lot of movement in this with a new moon. So I really want you to set those intentions, okay? Set those intentions. That's already just the act of setting intentions is, oh my goodness, you know what that does, all right? So that's really putting it out there in the universe. It's really putting your energies out there. It's showing how serious you are about all these new things that you want in your life. This is a lot of, some of y'all could be traveling, by the way, okay? Some of y'all could be traveling. There could be something there with travel, but it really is balancing those dualities in your life as well, having them merge, really taming them, really coming into your power. Remember, you're coming out after the Ace of Swords. You see the Sphinxes here. They're going opposite directions. It don't matter, though. It does not matter. You're in control. You're in control. All right. So really love this for you. This is going after your hopes, wishes, and dreams. You can even see the stars here in the canopy, okay, referencing the star card. So absolutely love this. Now, you also got the Six of Wands. Pisces, what is going on? This is amazing. So this card is attributed to what you can expect in terms of what you need to surrender. All right. So all those things that may be holding you back in terms of you being recognized. This is public recognition. This is honors. This is success. This is achievement. This is rising above. And so it seems like you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Coming after the Ace of Swords and the Chariot, you're going to be absolutely fine. Now, the Six of Wands, very interestingly, remember what I said about Mercury being in Leo. Venus is about to move into Leo soon as well, and we're going to move into Leo season. That all rules your sixth house. So really nice. Something with work where you're getting this attention, where you get, it could be even a promotion. There could be something there that's really, really nice is all I'm saying. Now, this card is attributed to what to surrender, what to let go. Again, just recognizing the things that you know that is not part of your success story. Okay. Now, I say that because this card is attributed to, when I say let things go and having that surrender, Saturn and Neptune going retrograde. So Neptune's going retrograde just a few days before the new moon, all right, in Cancer, and Neptune going retrograde, joining Saturn retrograde. So those two planets are in your sign, Pisces. Remember, retrogrades are all about reassessing things, reevaluating things, but Saturn retrograde is saying, what are you going to learn? What are the life lessons that you're learning while I'm sleeping, while I'm retrograding, okay? On a karmic level as well. On a karmic level, through a karmic lens, because Saturn is karma. Now, Neptune going retrograde, it's to say, Neptune going retrograde. I did a video, I think it was a weekly video like 2 weeks ago. If you want to learn more about that, I talked about this in length. Neptune being at a critical degree, 29 degrees, going retrograde at 29 degrees. Now, Neptune going retrograde pretty much is just like reality checks. Reality checks as in Neptune can bring that illusion, that delusion, that confusion, escapism. So having those reality checks in terms of, are you cutting through Neptune's fog to be your authentic self? Are you in touch with your authentic self? Are you in touch with your higher mind? All right. So letting all those things go that are part of escapism or illusion or delusion to be your authentic self and seek your truth and hold on to your truth. So Saturn and Neptune going retrograde at the same time, Saturn going retrograde until November, Neptune going retrograde until December. They're going to sleep. They're giving you this time to reassess things, but they're coming back. They're coming back, all right, Pisces? And they're coming back and they're going to ask for a report. They're going to say, what did you learn? They're going to say, have you been your authentic self, all right? And you're going to have a report and you're going to say, absolutely, look at this. Look at this report. It's really huge. I am my authentic self. I know what I want and I'm good to go. So I've earned these successes. I've learned achievements as well. Okay. Again, eminence. All right. This is rising above. If you think about the word eminence, by the way, speaking of which, if you trace it back to its etymological root, eminere. All right. We're going all the way back to Latin, to rise above. to rise above, you'll be rising above, okay? As long as you let those things go that are not part of your success story. Now, this is like you're absolutely good here. Wheel of Fortune attributed to what you can expect with a corresponding full moon in Cancer in January 2025. That would be January 13th. Okay, seems like it seems like a long time away, but we're honestly mid year already. Time is gonna fly by, but this is amazing. You got the Wheel of Fortune. This is a card of good luck, good fortune, faith as well, and fate. Okay. Having faith in yourself, having faith in the universe. This is new paths opening up for you, some new beginning, some chapter closing for something new to begin for you. Absolutely amazing. All right. Remember, a lot of home energy, a lot of family energy that's already happening. This card is attributed to Jupiter. Jupiter will still be in Gemini by the time we get to that full moon in Cancer. All right. So I love this. All right. Other thing that I want to point out is that, remember, this new moon is happening between two Capricorn full moons. All right, two Capricorn full moons, and this is going to be very significant. Those are Saturn ruled full moons. Saturn being in your sign, and the reason why that's going to be big is because the new full moon in Cancer that's happening in January will be happening during Capricorn season, and Capricorn rules your 11th house of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. All right, so big energy. You can expect some really big, nice things happening around that time. And that full moon in Cancer that's happening in January, Uranus is very active. Uranus is, the sun is actually trining Uranus. So that's breakthroughs. Mars is very active. Mars will be retrograde at that time in Cancer. We'll talk about that. That's going to be a big deal. I'll make a separate video on that. But Mars will be harmonious with Neptune. That's in your sign. Okay. And Uranus. So, wow, you're going to have some breakthroughs. You're going to have some new paths opening up for you. It's definitely going to be a big time for you, and you're moving in the right direction. There's so much movement here. There's so much with the Chariot, the Six of Wands, and Wheel of Fortune. They're all very active cards. And this is kicking off with the Ace of Swords. That's power. That's a lot of power, and there's so much power going through your you're good. This is an absolute, like I said, this is a wonderful new moon for you. Very excellent new moon for you. I love this new moon for you, Pisces. Y'all are amazing. Thanks so much. And you're wildly good. This is amazing. Thank you so much, Pisces.